go. Good morning. Grand Rising, everyone. Grand Rising. So, yes, we are talking Manifestation 101. It is easy peasy, fresh and squeezy. As easy as one, two, three. Decide what you want, give thanks, and accept. And it's all kind of like a three rolled into one. Once you make the decision, which is probably the most hardest part or difficult or challenging part for most people, because a lot of people don't know what they want. They know what they don't want mostly, but knowing what you do want seems to be a challenge for most people, or accepting that what you want you already have. Like that's the little hump that you have to get over. That's the river you have to be willing to cross. And so, yes, I am streaming on YouTube and on TikTok. And the prompt says, Manifesting 101, just decide it's yours. You have to decide that you're not taking no for an answer, because God doesn't say no. I don't care what anyone says. And God is you. God is the universe. God is the intelligence. God is the wisdom. God is the I am. If you want to make God be outside of you, fine, dandy. Just know that God is never testing you, is never looking to hurt you, is not looking to destroy you, punish you, take you through trials and tribulations. None of that is true. All of these things happen because of the way you think. If you thought differently, then life would show up differently for you. It's really that simple. Hey, hey, hey. Good morning, Grand Rising Glazed Innovations. So simple. Oh, okay, okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And so Neville Goddard, many of us are familiar with his. I should have put what Reverend Ike says too. Reverend Ike, Science of Living. So I like listening to him. Neville Goddard, Law of Assumption. Dr. Joseph Murphy, The Law of Life. Right? There are many metaphysicians out there, and you need to know that you are also a metaphysician. That you are the guru, the coach, the source, the cause, your own mentor, that you are all that. That you don't really need to go outside of yourself. You don't need to seek for others. You just need to have confidence in your own self. But you do need to have to practice. You do have to decide, you do have to test and prove this to yourself. And test is just like when you hear about scientists having trials, or they're testing their theories. That's what you're doing. You're testing this theory. So it no longer is a theory for you, but it's proof positive for you that thoughts are things, that what you think about, you bring about, that what you speak comes into your experience, that you are the great magician of your experience. As you say, so shall it be, right? Abracadabra. What I speak appears. And you have to stand on business, or business, as many people would say. Stand 10 toes down. Don't waver, don't wobble, right? Those of you that may have been born in the 70s or maybe even the 80s, you ever heard of the wobbles, the weebles wobble, but they don't fall down? You ever heard of that toy? They was like egg-shaped little people. They were called the Weebles. The Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. Yes. Hello, Afrocentric. Hey, 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 A-Town. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, YouTube family, as well as TikTok family. I am streaming on both platforms. If you would like to have a conversation, you can go over to TikTok and put your request in. When we get to 10K the easy way, you could come over to TikTok and have your say, which means you get to ask questions, talk about your journey. If you feel like you're having stumbling blocks, we can help you work through those things. Or you can put your questions in the chat over here on YouTube. But if you would like to have a conversation with me, you want to call in, come over to TikTok. TikTok, my handle is Prosperous Living with _T. That's Prosperous Living with _T on TikTok. YouTube, if you want to go over to YouTube because you just like YouTube better, YouTube is Prosperous Living with Toya. And Toya is T as in Tom, Oya. I have an I in my name, Toya. That's how my mother chose to spell my name. Or maybe I told my mother how to spell my name, A. Peace and abundance, peace and abundance. And so we're talking manifesting one-on-one, and it's so easy. It's easy peasy, fresh and squeezy. The law is so simple. It says whatever you can assume to be true will be true for you. And you have to be willing to crowd out the noise of the world, because the world will definitely, because you've been conditioned to listen to what others are saying. But just know, as Neville Goddard tells you, the others are just representation of your fears, thoughts, doubts, limiting beliefs, right? So if you have this angst within you, you have this trepidation within you, have this fear within you, the so-called quote unquote people that show up in your world, that what you would like to call haters, they're just confirming to you the doubt that you already have about yourself. They're just mirroring you. They're just playing the part that you gave them because you said there are haters. And so your consciousness that never is going to argue with you, the mother, father, your subconscious and conscious, your awareness is not going to argue with you. It's going to say, oh, you think you have haters? Okay, I'll show you a hater. I'm going to allow people to come play the hater in your reality. And then you're going to wish that you never believed in haters. And then you're going to wish that you never conjured up haters. You're going to so hate that you brought about haters in your reality. You're going to be like, damn, how can I change and switch this up? You're going to have to start saying you have congratulators. You're going to have to start saying you have people that support you. And that you're oblivious to anyone that may be opposing you, which means you no longer give your attention to opposition. That you stop creating opposition, because the only enemy is the inner me. You're creating the enemy. So just stop creating enemies, and then there won't be any. Hey, Sheila, welcome. Hello, Elizabeth. Hey, Melissa, the Virgo, welcome. It's so simple. It really is that simple. And we just have to be willing to accept its simplicity. We really have to train our minds to just focus on the wanted and stop looking for how to do it, how to make it so, and get in a state of mind of realizing it's already so. There's actually nothing that you need to do. The only thing that you need to do is change the way you think. And I know people don't, that's the thing that people don't want to do. They were like, hey, can you give me a magic potion? I just need you to give me the best crystal you got. What crystal do you have that's going to take away all this bad energy? Right? People don't want to think differently. They don't want to use their mind. They want some outside source. They want some outside tool to help. That's not how it works, though. The crystal is only going to do what you do. That's why a lot of people that came over to this side that said that they had their spiritual awakening and they start working with all these tools outside of themselves, and they saw themselves getting the exact opposite of the thing they thought they were conjuring, was because they put the power in the tarot card. They put the power in the astrology. They put the power in the crystals. The crystals was only doing whatever you were commanding. And so if you were using crystals and sage to speak ill of others, you were actually causing a boomerang effect, and you were speaking ill of yourself. Because what does this power say? You're the only thinker, thus you're the only creator in your reality. So if you're thinking it of another, you're really thinking it of yourself. Why? Because there is no other. So that ditch, that spell you were casting on someone you thought was hurting you or harming you or opposing you, you really were causing it to manifest in your own reality. Ooh. Oh, no, I didn't. That is amazing. Congratulations, Elizabeth. Woohoo, woohoo, woohoo. Let's get 3 cheers. Cheers, cheers, cheers to you. Say, not the ditch. Yes. Stop wishing bad on others because there is no others, and all you're doing is causing problems in your own world. You're causing problems to manifest in your own reality. Understand that you're the only thinker. You're the only thinker. It's what you think about, you bring about. What other people think is none of your business. You only need to pay attention to your thoughts. It's so simple. If you only paid attention to what you were thinking, and you understand that every thought is a gift, and you need to understand the thoughts that you're thinking, do you want that coming back to you? Do you want those gifts to be returned to sender? And I guarantee you, the thoughts you be having about other people, you wouldn't want no one saying it about you. So why would you say it about another? You wouldn't want anyone to think that about you. So why would you think that of another? And you need to understand there is no other. The people in your world are just projections of your own thoughts. They're just thought forms, just like you. You are a thought form. You are the word manifested into flesh. So what do you want to manifest into the flesh? What do you want? You want more money? You want better health? You want amazing relationships? You want to travel more, right? Then that's what you need to talk about. That's what you need to give your energy to. That's what you need to become fascinated with, as Reverend Ike would say. Become fascinated with traveling. Become fascinated with amazing relationships, right? They're nurturing, they're supportive. You know, you can confide in, you can be yourself, you can be free, right? You don't have to change yourself to be with anyone. Like, they're going to accept you fully as you are. Why? Because you accept you as fully as you are. You're not sending a representation. You're sending your authentic self. You're being yourself unapologetically, amazingly, wonderfully, because you know that you're whole and you're complete and you lack no good thing. And who wouldn't want to be around you? Who wouldn't want to be around you? Who wouldn't want to be in the midst of your sweet energy, your amazing light? Oh, okay, Andrea, welcome, welcome. Hello, Galaxis, welcome. Oh, say I got 2 jobs by waiting for the only one I knew about. Yes, yes. Give your focus to your desire, whatever that is, right? You're desiring more money, abundance. Here's the thing, it's not even about more. It's about that you already have enough. You already have an abundant overflow constantly showing up in your world. Like, it's always there. It's just there. It's because it's who you are. It's not what you're trying to be. It's not what you're trying to get. It's who you are. And that is so key, because it's about being. It's not about getting. As Neville Goddard says, the end of being is having. The end of being is having. So when you say you're abundant, you shall have plenty of money. When you say that you have health, you should be experiencing well-being. When you say when you say you are an amazing friend, you should have solid relationships, because you are a solid person. You are someone who shows up. You are someone who gives freely. You are someone who gives, compassionately. Always taken care of. Okay, okay. You said someone gave you a free phone charger? Yes, yes. Always taken care of. Hey, hey, Miss Millionaire. Yep. And I know, you want someone to tell you, just robotically affirm. Just say it over and over again. You want somebody to tell you, yes, do the 369. Yes, find your birth chart. Yeah, go to a tarot reading. I'm not going to tell you that. I'm not over here giving out techniques. That's not what I do. Because I understand you are the technique, and all you have to do is decide. If you feel like you resonate with those things, do them. If they work for you, why wouldn't you do them? But a lot of times, many of you are grasping for things, trying to throw things up against the wall to see what works, and you really don't have faith in it, right? You're affirming it, and can you get things just by saying it over and over and over again? Yes, you can get things. I'm here to tell you, you want more than just getting a thing. You want to be the person that has the thing. So then when you're the person that has the thing, you never have to chase it, or you never have to figure out how to get it. But if your only mission is to get a thing, then you'll always be striving. You'll always be, let me affirm for 20 minutes a day. I am rich, 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 I am rich. Every day, I am rich, 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 I am rich. And then as soon as you get through affirming I am rich, you go to the store and complain about how much something costs. So yeah, you just spend 20 minutes talking about how rich you are. And then in one fell swoop, you negated it by complaining about money. See how the double-mindedness, you cancel it out. Because it's more than just saying it. It's about being it. It's about being conscious of being conscious. It's about being aware of being aware. Are you paying attention to how you talk? Because your words are powerful. And the double speak is what's causing the delay in bringing forth that which is already there. Because it's not about getting, it's about being. And I know because people are in the mindset of getting, that's a great marketplace. Because people will sell you on how to get. And then as soon as you get it and you don't keep it, you running back to figure out how to get it again. And then when you get it and you don't keep it, you're trying to pray somebody else to show you how to get it again. But if you had just learned how to be, you will know you will always have. Because at the end of being is having. The end of getting comes with losing, and then trying to get it again, and then losing, and then trying to get it again, and then so you're always playing this cat and mouse game. But when you know who you are, you know you should never lack anything. But do you know that? Do you know that because of who you are, you should never be in want of anything? Do you know that though? Do you know that you already possess all things? And it's just as simple as you deciding that you do. It's just decide that you do. And then let your father, your mother the I am, your source, your God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, do it for you. Because it supports you in every decision that you make. And here's the thing about consciousness, your awareness, the source, God doesn't judge. It doesn't say, you really shouldn't be thinking that way, because when you think that way, I must produce every thought after its kind. That's what consciousness says. Consciousness says, oh, whatever you're giving your energy to, I'm going to replicate that for you. You're going to get a duplicate of it. It's going to manifest itself. And here's the thing with consciousness, it's going to come back magnified. Oh, when you sow a seed, it comes back 30, 60, 100 fold. The seed always grows. Always. Yes, I am that I am. Double tap the screen, 10K the easy way. And so you just have to say, what am I deciding? What am I choosing? Choose this day. I said before you, blessings and cursings, good and evil, life and death. Choose life, that you and your seed may live, right? The life is in the seed, because the words that you speak, which is the seed, it is spirit and it is life. It is the thing that causes the desire to become objectified. It is what causes the thing to become real for you. Your words. Your words are so powerful. It is the energy. It is the source of all things happening in your world. Hey, Amadi. Welcome, T. So, decide what you want. Have you made a decision? And then you say, well, yes, I have some things that I want that I just don't see how it's going to happen. I just don't believe that it can happen. That's not your work. That's the part. That's when you have to talk to yourself. It's not required that you know the how. It is not required that you add money to the equation. The only thing you're supposed to do is see yourself with it. Neville Goddard would say, living in the end, right? Speaking as though it's already yours. That's all you're required to do. You're not required to make it so. Why? Because it's already so. The moment you were given the desire, it was yours. It's a thing. It's already done. That's why the script says, the moment you asked, oh, I answered you. And while you were yet speaking, oh, I gave it to you. It did appear. The moment it dropped in your spirit, the moment you said, I am that, I want that, I decide this, it says, yep. It says, yes. It doesn't even question you. It doesn't. It's no hesitation. It doesn't have to think about it. It says, yep. Yep, it's yours. It's yours. It tells you it's yours. Now what you have to do? Now what's the next step? Be still and know. Be grateful. Be thankful. Just accept it. Do nothing. Go your way in peace. All right. So many ways to say that, right? In so many ways, be grateful, show appreciation, gratitude. You can also say be still and know. You can also say, no worry, no stress, right? No doubt, no fear. Just be. Just go your way in peace. Be of good cheer. Be of good cheer. Rejoice. And again, I say rejoice. In all things, give thanks. Like, give thanks. Stop complaining. Stop worrying. Fear not, little flock. Fear not. Why are you fearing when you don't even have to do anything? You did what was required. You decided. That was the only condition to you manifesting your desires, was to decide what you want. Like flipping through a catalog, right? Remember the catalogs? You had the Sears catalog with the wish list, right? When Christmas, because Christmas is around the corner, right? A little over 2 months away, right? That wish list, That wish book by Sears will come out. Those of you who remember Sears. And you just had a big old book of gifts, right? That's the universe. The universe is just a big old book of wishes. And it says, when you wish upon a star, it makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires belongs to you. Do you believe that? Do you know that when you decide to choose a thing, poof, it's there, it's yours. That you are the genie in the bottle. As Christina Aguilera says, right? I'm the genie in the bottle. You gotta rub me the right way. If you want to be with me, baby, there's a price to pay. I'm a genie in a bottle. You gotta rub me the right way. How do you rub the genie in the bottle the right way? What is rubbing it the right way? Faith. Faith. You gotta have faith, faith, faith. I gotta have faith. I said you gotta have faith, the faith, the faith. I gotta have faith. Faith is what rubs the genie the right way. Because you have to be willing to accept a thing with having absolutely no evidence of it. You have no proof that it belongs to you. Your five senses is telling you, nope, it's not there. Nope. How you think you're going to get that? Nope. You don't know the right people. Nope. You don't have enough money. Nope. No, 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 no. Your five senses declaring no. And you have to have the faith that moves the mountain of no's, of impossibility, of doubt, of fear, and have that be cast into the sea of forgetfulness and says, no. It says, yes, I have it. Yes, it's mine. It's mine. That it's mine. You got to be willing to say, it's mine. I don't care what the circumstances say, it's mine. I don't care what the doubt and the fear and the limitation says. I declare it's mine, because my word that goes forth out of my mouth shall not return unto me void. It doesn't come back void. So you just got to trust that. Yep, so now they saying Amazon books. Yep. Yes. Hey, 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 Insight. Welcome, welcome. Just make a choice. And then everything else, everything takes care of itself. Man, and it's like, is that simple? It's as simple as just making a choice, and then keep making that choice regardless of what's going on, regardless of circumstances, regardless of what, that old thought may come up and say, but it's taking too long. But I just don't see how. You have to ignore that mind. You have to resist the devil, resist the doubt, and keep your attention on the end. On the end. The end. You already know how the story ends. You already know how the story ends. Let the details fill in on its own without you thinking you have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. The doing is automatic. It's automatic. It happens without question. It just happens. And I know you're like, wait, I could just ask for something and I don't have to think about how to get it and it's going to come. Yep. Yep. Just like, you tell a child to tell you what you want for Christmas, what they want for Christmas. And you just say, just give me your wish list. The child is not trying to figure out how mom and dad is going to bring it or how Santa Claus is going to get or make all these toys or bring all these or whatever, right? The child isn't concerned with all of that. That's why you're told to come as a child. You're just supposed to have full trust in your God. People say they trust God, but do they? Do you really trust your God? Because I remember the Apostle Paul saying, oh, but my God, I don't know about your God. I don't know what your God doing. Sometimes your God do sleep and slumber. He ain't always listening. I don't know about your God, but my God, oh, it supplies all of my needs according to his riches and glory in Christ Jesus. That's what my God does. And the riches and glory are, oh, my God owns cattle all on 1,000 hills. That my God's good pleasure is to give me my good, give me the kingdom. That's my God. My God does things exceeding abundantly above all that I could ever ask or think, according to the power that works within me. And that power never fails me. It never fails. And so you have to talk. So you got to remind yourself of who you are and whose you are. Who are you? Who? Oh, yes. Right. Believe like Jennifer Lopez. Hey, Scoop. Hey, say to myself. Absolutely. And sometimes you just gotta learn how to be quiet and don't talk so much about what you're manifesting, right? Stop talking about what you're going to do and just be. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. No, nobody cares what you're doing. They only care about the end result. So stop telling people everything that you got going on. It's none of their business. Because it just leaves room to people to question you. And as I was telling you guys last night, ask no questions. I tell you no lies. Because if I tell you that I'm a billionaire and you tell me, oh, no, you're not, I don't see it, you're going to tell me I'm lying to you. So then stop questioning me. Because if you don't question me, I can't lie to you. Because I'm going to tell you something you ain't ready to hear. Say like on Moana, when the grandma asks her to do, you know who you are. Yep. Yes, because begging isn't how you get the blessing. You get the blessing from commanding. They're accepting the diagnosis of their world. And I'm not here to question anyone else's experience, right? But I know if you decide to think better and ignore what's going on around you, ignore what you have been experiencing, it does take a determined mindset. It does. It does take thinking different and not accepting what your parents have told you, what the doctors have told you, right? Some people just accept what they've been told and think life is supposed to be a challenge. Well, hey, everyone's here to live their own experience. I'm not here to change anyone's beliefs. Children are under the guise, are under the direction of their parents. Their parents are causing what their children are experiencing because their parents have them living in fear. This I know to be true because you know as a child you were fearful based on what your parents told you. Hey, say to myself.
Hey,
Hey.
good morning to all of y'all. I hope y'all have a great day today. Send positivity. And I wanted to say I got good news. I got an
Yes.
interview for a job, an ice cream job. So that seems easy, a phone interview. So that's a success story.
Okay.
Um, we're gonna be moving into our house soon, so that's good. That's a success story
Yeah,
too.
yes, moving
Man, the
into the
moving together.
home.
I got a
Congratulations.
I have like a grill and a pool and a big backyard, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
Very good for that.
Yes,
Um,
congratulations.
and I've been
And
letting the
that's what I
old.
want you to, so you come on and you say you have a job interview and that's a manifestation. Do you just want job interviews or do you want the job?
You know the funny part is I don't want to work at all. I just want
Okay,
to
because
go.
I'm trying to understand because you say, oh, I got a job interview, that's a manifestation, that's a success story. I guess if that's all you wanted was the interview. So, like,
Okay,
is
yeah,
that
no, I
all
can
you
get
want is
out.
the
I
interview
can
or
get
do
out.
you
I can get
want
out
the
the house
job?
or
But you
whatever.
but you don't even want a job. I got you.
Yeah, I really
So
don't
why
because I
so why are you going on
basically
these
like I do want the
interviews?
money. You know how you just want the money, but fine, I'll get the job so I can get money to come through. But if I was just like not getting paid to do nothing, that'd be great. That'd be way better. Cause like
Okay.
I have my other dreams way better. Like that's way more important. But this is to get me out the house and get money going. So I'm good with that. I really don't care as long as I get I got the job ready. Boom, I got the
Okay.
job. It's done. So yeah, I wanted to say I'm letting the old story like let go, and it's working, man. I don't react to nothing. I don't I don't even say. I just say I'm in Houston. It's been working because I'm being the person that has it instead of saying, how I was saying like when we was going over my progress as me like being the person. I just
Mhm.
was saying it. I wasn't being the
Mhm.
person that has those things or has that life or has that things that I want to. So I was putting on my affirmation. I was like, thank you God that I am the person that has this. Thank you God that I am the person who has my dream car. Thank you, God, because I love being, gratitude. So I
Mhm.
just think thank you for me. I don't know how to say it. Being the person that has all the things that I want. Because
Mhm.
if I'm being, that means I am. If I'm being, that means I have it.
Yep.
I'm being the person. Being
Absolutely.
is manifestation from your thoughts, beliefs, and feelings. So I'm like, okay, I can do this, and then my frequency, whatever. I mean, you don't believe in frequency, but like, yeah, my thoughts and my beliefs.
Never said I didn't
Being.
believe in frequency.
Oh, what? I don't know how you felt about frequency,
I
but
said I choose
being.
not to use that word. I didn't say
Yeah,
I didn't believe in it. I choose to say focus and attention, but because they all mean the same thing. But yeah, go
yeah.
ahead.
So like, being the person that has those things, being the person that okay, because you were just talking about being a billionaire, but I'm saying yeah, like being the person. How does it? I was like, thank you God for making me walk like a billionaire, talk like a billionaire, dress as a billionaire, because I'm being the billionaire. If that makes sense. So everything starts with being, not just saying stuff. That's what that's what I had to like recover from. Just
Mm-hmm.
saying words is not nothing, but being the person that has those things, because you are like it's just basically who you are.
Yep.
It's how you manifest.
Right. You have
So
to get it in consciousness, which means you have to see yourself as already that person.
yeah,
Not going to be, not trying to be, but that I am. That's why it's so and that's why it's a requirement to live from the end of the desire. Now that I
yeah,
am
because I
this
was used to.
person, how does that person show up? How does that person talk? How does this person think?
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Yeah, I put it in my affirmations. I want to go over that. How did this billionaire walk? How did this billionaire talk? Thank you, God. You know what's weird? Okay, because like I said, thank you God for making me a billionaire. Is that the same as being in the end state, or the word making, or thank you God for that you made me a billionaire? If that makes sense.
Yeah,
The
I
word,
get what I get you. I get what you're saying.
yeah,
Yeah,
because I
it's
don't want
more
to use
about
it.
what you mean by what you say.
Okay, so yeah, because I was like, because the thing is, this is how I manifest. Everyone's different. When I notice everyone's truly different, because it's
Because
like,
you could be saying I am a billionaire, but in your mind you still don't think that you are.
yeah,
So just because you say I'm a billionaire, I'm a billionaire, I'm a billionaire, but subconsciously you're saying I'm not that. I'm not that. I'm not that, right?
yeah,
So it's more about recognizing and being aware of your intention because
okay,
it's the thought behind the thought. So like that's what Abraham Hicks will remind us. It's a thought behind the thought.
Okay, so like the thing is, I would say, how would I say something in my tone, in my voice, how I would say it?
Mm-hmm.
Because everyone's different. Because I say it like, I'd be like, thank God I dance like Chris Brown.
Yeah.
That's something I would say. Like, that's why I made my affirmation something I would say.
Right. That's what it's supposed to be, not what someone else would say. That's why I don't do those guided meditations. Not saying that they're wrong, but I don't need to know how Dr. Joseph Spencer would say it or how Abraham Hicks would say it. That's why Neville Goddard, when he did Going Into the Silence, he didn't tell you what to say. He did not give guided meditations. He said you're going into the silence of your own mind.
Because I did my affirmations in a cocky way. Don't get me wrong. I'm a good person, but I was like, thank God I'm talented. Thank God I never had to go through nothing. Thank God my life was always easy because that's something I would say. And my voice and my tone and the way my personality is, that's how you manifest. Stop trying to figure out, how do you what's something you believe? What's something how you would say it? Because I'm a cocky person. You feel me? I'm one of one, the only one. You feel me? You feel me? I'm like, thank God I got all this talent because I don't know what I would do because I don't like working. I would say.
So, but okay, so you don't like working, you don't want to work, but you're going on job interviews?
Yeah, I do
because you think that's the only way the money can come in.
Oh no! I know I'm abundant. I know I got it like that, but hey.
Okay, so I guess I'm confused. So why are you looking for a job if you really don't want to work?
Cause like getting out the house, probably just getting out the house for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cause I want to get out the house a little bit.
Okay.
But I noticed like when I don't know, cause it's just like I really don't care how the money get there, but I'll get out the house for a little bit. But this be the last time I'm working in this time frame. And time ain't real. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Cause I ain't got time. I got $1 billion businesses around. You feel me? So it's just what it means. Getting some air. You feel me? Really good.
I guess. I mean, I can find so many ways to get out the house without punching into a job. But hey, if you feel like that's the only way you can get out the house, you need to go and work for somebody when that's something you really don't want to do. Because this thing, I'm not against people working. Like my husband still works. So that's not. But he does something that he loves. He loves his job. Like he loves his career. So. It's and he's gonna work until he doesn't, because he is talking about retiring. So but he's not forcing the retirement. He's allowing it to come about organically.
Yeah, but me,
right?
Like, I don't have a problem with working right now. It's because I really don't care. It's just, what I'm saying? Like right now, I really don't care. I would want a job right now to get out the house. Even though there's other ways to get out the house, I don't mind having a job. But I
don't know. So here's the thing: you're double speaking because you just told us you don't like working. Now you don't mind working. So which one is it? You don't like it or you don't mind it, because those are not the same. To say that I don't like working and to say, well, I really don't mind working. So say that I don't mind working, which is why I'm going on the job interviews and I'm in search of a job because I don't mind working.
Yeah, okay. My bad, Miss Clay.
No, you can do it. Here's the thing. I'm just pointing out to you that you have a mixed quote unquote frequency, like you just said. Your frequency is double-minded.
Yeah, okay. I get you. I know that's not wording. Yeah, I don't mind working. But
right, because it's like A-Town says, it's like you're trying to convince us, but you need to convince you, not us. And then you trying to convince us is just causing you to be double-minded.
I know the toxic. Oh, she's not in here. I know she would be laughing at me right now because I don't mind working. Okay, because the thing is, it's not gonna be for that long, so I don't mind it for the meantime. Boom, and I'm standing on that. I don't mind it. Okay, but is it my preference? No. So I just wanted to meet new people, get out and see the area. So
I know it's like you're giving excuses for your choices and when it's unnecessary. This is when we talk. This is what I mean by you just need to decide. You haven't decided. So clearly you have not decided, which is the issue. That's the issue. So I'm about to stop you in your tracks with the double speak. Because for a long time I let you come up here and I let you double speak. And we're going to stop that. So either you come and make a decision or talk about something else. Stop talking about what you want or what you don't want and just talk about something else then, because you don't know what you want. You trying to convince us that you do, but you don't. And we can hear it. Like, we're not fooled by the conversation. Because one moment you speak one way and then 10 seconds later you speak a different way.
Yeah, I gotta work on that. My bad. I'm sorry for that. But yeah, I gotta just
And if you don't know, then be still and figure it out.
Okay.
If you don't know, it's okay that you don't know, but be still. Still your mind. Talk to yourself. This is what meditation is for. This is the quiet time. This is the prayer closet when no one else is around. Talk to yourself. What is it that I truly desire? Like, truly, not what the world says I should have, but what is it that I really want? And then live from that state, not how I'm going to get it. See, you're stuck on the how it's going to happen. So you're like, oh, I want the freedom. I want the ease. I just want money to be making money. And I just want to pay the background. I want the money to be in the background. So you're saying, well, it's going to come through this business that I have. Not necessarily. Just be the person that has the money playing in the background and stop worrying about how it gets there. Enjoy your businesses. Have fun with them. The creation of it. Being a creative person that's designing logos, that's designing your fashion wear, that's designing whatever you're willing to offer up to the world. Lean into that and fall in love with that. It's, especially if that's your passion. Why you not even loving on that?
Yeah, my bad.
I mean, it's not, no need for apologies. No need for, I'm just saying, if this is truly your heart's desire, that's what you should be giving your focus to. Everything else is commentary.
Okay.
It is about getting a focused mind, though, but because your unstableness is causing you to be all over the place.
Dang, I thought I was structured because like I finished everything basically, and I was just like, okay, you know what I'm saying? But I thought I was doing it, but I guess I'm focused on the how instead of being the person that has it. So I guess that's my main kill, and actually like basically like just deciding I am the person that has it already. So being the person that has it, and then just worried about, I mean not worried about, but focused on the creativeness of my businesses. Mm-hmm. That's about it. And being the billionaire woman I decided I was.
Yeah. So have you fell in love with money?
Yeah.
Interesting. Do you know who money is, or what money is?
It's a currency, right?
Which is who?
You, right? Yourself,
there we go. So when I say have you fell in love with money, have you fell in love with yourself, because you are the currency.
Yeah, I love myself to the max, 100%.
That's what I'm saying. So that's the beingness of it. The beingness of you, loving every part of you. And you cannot operate from double-mindedness and saying that you love everything about you.
Okay. Yeah. Alrighty.
Yeah. We're here to help you. We're here to help because we want you to, we know you are the billionaire you are proclaiming. It's just like, do you know it though?
Oh, for sure. 100%.
Yeah. So here's the thing with the billionaire, right? Being the billionaire, being the person that has the $1 billion brand. What is the person that has the $1 billion brand? What does her day-to-day look like?
Oh, it depends, because I plan on delegating. So basically my team handles most of it, and I just handle the creative process whenever they need me to. So that's basically what I wanted to do, what I'm doing, what I did in my business. Basically, just 10-80-10 is delegation. So my team handles most of the packaging and all that.
No, I don't mean tell us about it. I need you to think about it. We don't need to know what your day-to-day is. That is so none of our business. Oh, okay. It's so much all of your business of what you're doing day to day, that you're embodying it. Like, I need you to sit with that and really take on, does that feel normal to you?
Yeah, like yeah, cause like I want to tell you something too, like traveling and like networking and like going to different hotels all over the. Cause I paid attention to other brands and I was like, oh okay, my brand does this too. So I'm like, yeah, networking. Basically, yeah, networking. I would say networking will be the thing that the CEO, me, CEO of the brand, would mainly do, and then be a part of the creative process. So like coming up with the designs and like how to like show it
I
to the
mean, what's
public.
the creative process now? Why does it need to be different than what's happening now? Because you already have made different things, right?
Yeah,
So, are you sharing that with the world in the way you know how to do now?
yeah,
Not when you get there, but are you doing what you would do that you have within your power to do now?
yeah.
Okay, then that's all that matters. Hold on, we're gonna let Buntree come in. They said they had a point of view. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Great, great.
I love your topic, and I just wanted to give my quick input, if you would have it.
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, so how I see manifesting is you have like four natures of your being. You have a spiritual nature, you have a physical nature, you have a mental nature, and you have an emotional nature. And in order to manifest in physicality, from my perspective, how I look at it is you harmonize the other three. So emotion, mentalism, and spirit. And if you can hold what you're saying, law of assumption, hold that true in those three aspects of your life, physicality has to follow. And that's when you start experiencing like synchronicities and opportunities open up. But it's from a non-dualistic openness that you have to approach it. So this is what I found to work in my life. And I just wanted to put it out there and see what you thought.
Yes, totally agree. Because that's total embodiment, right? That's getting, as Neville Goddard said, the consciousness of it without worrying about the doing of it. And so many people focus on the physical part, which is the effect. The cause is getting it spiritually, mentally, right? And emotionally, which is seeing yourself as already being the person without needing to do anything. The doing is mental, it's never physical. The physical happens, it's a happening. Like you said, with the synchronicities that come into that, people are just drawn to you. People will find themselves wanting to help you and wanting to know why they are helping you, why these things are moving along effortlessly, because you're not forcing, you're not pushing, you're not pulling, you're not stressing. You're allowing to flow with the current, not go against it.
That's a beautiful way of putting it. And you're spot on with what I've seen in my experience. And one other point I would make is that, you know, when you're practicing this, or you know, when you're trying to put this into practice, one thing that is a hindrance to most people, and I'm not talking about you, anyone specifically here,
Mm-hmm.
but one thing that I was challenged with was self-limiting beliefs and not being open to the opportunities that were coming to me. It was like, and I'll give a quick example. My fiance had an offer for a job that made 30,000 more, but she would have to go into the office more. And we both work from home and we love our freedom.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, you know, listen, it's not a right fit. You know, sacrificing your freedom is a big thing, having to go into the office every day. So, you know, let's not limit our belief, and let's just say that there's a job out there for you, that you can stay at home and make more money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then she refused the job. She didn't go to the interview. Then a week later, uh, a person from a different department at her company that she works for now, that she loves, is offering her a job for 30,000 more, same company, but doing what she loves, which is the creative aspect and like the party planning for this restaurant group. So if she would have taken that first job with that self-limiting belief that
Mhm.
she had to go into the office, that other opportunity never would have manifested because she would have quit, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Because we think we have to compromise, right? Well, I'm getting the money that I want, but I'm not getting everything that I want. And we have to understand we don't have to compromise our desires. That's what I really appreciate that example, because that's showing us is this is what we want to say to myself is that if you don't want to work and you want the money to flow effortlessly into your experience where you can spend the money you want to buy the Christmas gifts that you want to, that you don't have to now change what you want in order to get what you want. You don't have to compromise. You can just trust the process and know that it all works out in the end, even when you don't know how it works out. Like his fiance had no idea that this opportunity would show up, but had she took the lesser, which is the compromising, the sacrificing, she would have missed out on this other opportunity, or maybe not have missed out. Who knows? But a lot of times when we compromise on the one, we do negate the other.
Perfectly said. And thank you for letting me share. I just wanted to, I had interest in this topic and I saw it and I just wanted to give, one last thing, if I could share,
Sure.
is that synchronicity happens all the time, all around us. We're just unaware of it. And once you open yourself up to these synchronicities and the opportunities and such, then you start noticing the synchronicities that are happening all around you at all times. So you can, like you said, go with the flow, be in the natural order of things, because we are here to grow. We're here to grow as people, grow in our families and everything. So I just wanted, that was my last point. Then I just appreciate you for holding the space for people.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for sharing. We definitely enjoyed you. Thank you so much for your input. Because yes, I mean, and it's beautiful when you have real life examples to show people that yes, this is how it works. You don't have to sacrifice, you don't have to compromise, you don't have to settle, that you can have exactly what you're asking for, right? She still gets to work from home. She still gets, to be creative, and she also gets to make more money. Like, and the beauty of this law is no respecter of persons. It's not like it's going to do it for them and then not going to do it for you. That's not how it works. It just asks you to make a choice and then trust. That's all. It says make a choice and have faith that it's able to be done. That's it. That's all you have to do. Because she was offered this position. She was offered the position. Hey, Crystal, now you trying to get your how about just say that the house is clean and you have the food and don't worry about how it happens. You're trying to make someone be something. We're not here to change people. We're here to change ourselves. Go ahead, say to myself.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, I noticed you can't be double-minded in your world and your reality, because two worlds can't coexist when you're designing. And when you decide, you just know that you are, and you don't go back on certain things that don't align with the reality you say you chosen. So it's just basically not just basically being firm in your decision and not wavering. Basically, that's what you guys are trying to tell me. So it's like, yeah, I understand the concept of what you guys are saying.
Yeah, and it's not just to you, it's to all of us, right? It's to all of us to remember that whatever we're desiring, it surely comes, and we don't have to settle, right? Because that's what I love so much about the example we were given, is that there was a very similar option for her, right? The only caveat was I don't get to stay in the comfort of my own home, which is what I love. So am I going to sacrifice comfort for money? And she decided, no, I can have both. I can have comfort and money. And that's what you have to say, right? You have to say, I shouldn't have, right? There is no sacrifice when it comes to desires. The only sacrifice you're making is what? Your limiting beliefs, right? That's what he said. That's what they had to let go of, the limiting belief of thinking I can have exactly what I want.
I became a billionaire being comfortable, not really having to do anything. In my reality, that's what I chose.
Mm-hmm.
I became a billionaire not really doing anything, just doing what I love, which is creating things, and that's what I do. That's what I do on my daily schedule. I'm a billionaire by creating things that I want to do for my brand. So and I didn't have to struggle for it, and it was super easy. Everything came collectively together. I didn't worry about the how, it just was.
Yeah, that's it. That's what that Crystal, one of my I haven't seen Crystal in a while. Hope the baby's doing. Are you pregnant? Aren't you pregnant, Crystal? I can't remember. I haven't talked to you in a while. I know you're married. I know you all got married. I'm trying to, Crystal. Are you expecting? I can't remember. I think you're expecting. I can't remember. Or I thought you were, but maybe I may have you. If Crystal's still in the chat, I don't know if Crystal's still in the chat. But it's not about trying to get to see your husband differently. If you want the house clean, just see the house clean, and then your husband may pay for somebody to clean it. You know what I'm saying? If you just see that your house is clean, don't worry about how it gets clean. Just see it as already clean. And then you may have the desire to go hire someone, or your husband may have the desire to go hire someone. Because why should your husband be made to clean if that ain't something he like to do? Some people don't like cleaning. So that's why they pay other people to do it. Especially if you can afford for somebody else to do it. Oh, okay. 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 I remember right. Okay, Crystal. Good. Oh, you're going to have a Christmas baby. Oh, a new bundle of joy in December. I hope the pregnancy is treating you well. Hopefully, not too much morning sickness.
So yeah, I wanted to ask a question. So basically, like I was saying, I was a billionaire through my ways of income. Is that like still being wavering? Because it's like I wanted that through my ways of income, everything I studied for, and put intention in. So would that be still focusing on the how, right?
I mean, wanting the money is not the how, that's the desire, right? How you get the money, right? Saying it must come through this way when there's infinite ways for it to come. Right?
Okay, yeah.
Right? Because yes, you can have the amazing business, but then you may have the inkling to play the lottery and you win $1 billion from, you know what I'm saying? Or like you said, someone may come and want to buy your business from you.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Right? Like or you may end up finding yourself working with $1 billion business and you get to invest in their, the money could just come in so many ways. Yeah. And to try to figure out how it comes would just, that's why you're just told, just be at peace with knowing that you are already wealthy and live from that place. Yeah, and this is where awareness is key in how you talk about money.
Yeah, because like that's the thing, I was so focused on because I studied for all of it. And I was like, wow, I didn't really need to study for all of it, because if you're being it, it doesn't matter where it comes from. So
there's nothing wrong with studying it. I mean, become fascinated with the thing that you want. I'm not against the study. Yes, you want to study to show thyself approved, a workman that needeth not be ashamed, right? Yes, you want to take on that reality and immerse yourself in the being that you say you are. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with studying. Study, know thyself. Yeah. Know everything you want to know about being this wealthy being that you are, because your world is here for inspiration as well, right? Yeah, use every tool at your disposal to get to whatever is necessary to make you feel like you already are that person.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I focus on 6 ways of income and all my talents and everything. So I thought my money would come through there, because I thought you would need a certain way to make money, but I'm like, now what I noticed when I figured out that you don't, it could come from any various ways. Somebody could just give it to me. Mm-hmm. So now I'm just like, gotta change everything I thought that I was gonna come through. But
I mean, do what feels good for you to do, and then just know that the money has to show up. That's the mindset to have. It doesn't matter what, it does not matter what I'm doing. As long as what I'm doing is because I'm choosing to do it. For no other reason is I'm choosing to. That's what you have to, I'm deciding to do this, and it's not because I think this is going to be the thing that brings about the thing. Like, get that out of your mind. Do it for the pure enjoyment of it. And then let everything else take care of itself.
Okay, so basically saying I'm deciding that I am a billionaire, but it can come any way it's supposed to, and I don't control the how.
Yep.
Basically.
Yep. So we're going to introduce Sage Mage. Hello, Sage. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Toya, thank you for this platform. I always honor you and acknowledge that you have created a space for us to have conversations that are impacting lives. And so thank you.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Absolutely. I just wanted to offer to the conversation. I was looking at the root of the word desire. And when you break it down, the DE means of or from. The SIRE, the sire part can mean law, Lord, senior, or God. All of which makes sense to me.
Yes, makes sense to me too. Thank you so much for that.
Yes. So when we desire something, it is of God. It is from God. It is from the senior or the elder parts of us. It is not new. It is not frivolous. It comes from our higher forms. It comes from a divine place when we have desires. So we want to remove all negative thoughts, if you will, around desiring things, because we feel guilty for even desiring. We should not feel that way, because if we desire something, then it is from God based on the definition of the word. So I just wanted to offer that. And I also wanted to highlight, you said it earlier, one of my favorite scripts is be still and know that I am God. It's interesting that it doesn't say make a plan and know that I am God. It doesn't say, write it down and know that I am God. Put in the effort and know that it literally says be still. And it's that way for a reason, because our effort is not tied to our outcomes.
Ooh, say that again.
Our effort is not tied to our income. We can sit at home all day and be million and billionaires. That is possible. People do it all the time, every day. I just wanted to offer that we should absolutely be in alignment and okay with our desires, even if we don't believe ourselves to be worthy of the desire. If we can just accept that it originated from God, that's enough for us to open our minds and our hearts up to the things that we really, really, truly want in this life.
Whew, beautifully said. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yes. Thank you for joining and offering up those gems, like those reminders, because as you were defining the word, breaking it down for us, giving us the translation of desire, and as you were speaking, I thought of what Neville Goddard would say about your desires being a gift from you to you, right? Like you said, it's from the higher self to the conscious self, right? The persona, the personality that's going to experience the gift. And so what do we know about gifts? Gifts are not worked for, because if it's work, then it's compensation and it's no longer a gift. But your desires are gifts, which means they are freely given. The only thing you are required to do is accept it. That's why you're told in Mark 11:24, therefore I say to you, whatever you desire, when you pray, believe, which means to accept a thing as true, accept a thing as a reality. Believe you received it, which is past tense, and then what? You will have it. It's not maybe, probably, possibly, perhaps. No, you will. It's already yours. The only condition in that script is acceptance. Go ahead.
Yep, I was just going to add that it's law. It is law, and these things aren't changeable. This is universal law that it must come to pass when we have accepted a thing to be true and we operate from a place emotionally and mentally as though it is, it must come to pass. In the same way that if you plant a seed, something has to happen. That's just the way that it works.
It's just the way that it works. It is law, and you cannot break the law. It's impossible for you to break the law. And the law is the law of being. That's why the question is asked of the Christ to the disciples. Who do you say that I am? Because we know I am is a form of to be. And as Shakespeare would ask, to be or not to be? That is the question. Right? So who are you being? Who do you say that I am? Because whatever you say that you are, whoever you say that I am, that's what you shall be. Not anyone else. You. So
Also,
why go ahead?
and most times we have desires. The desires might translate into things, a new car, a new home, a new job. But essentially, those things will lead to a state of being, a feeling, and that is what we're really after. The new home is a sense of security. The new car is a sense of autonomy. The new job is a sense of abundance. What we're looking for are the feelings that these things will bring to us. And if we can identify that, perhaps we can get there a bit faster as well.
Absolutely. Embodying the state, making it normal.
Yeah.
Making it the new normal. It is normal for you to be well taken care of, for
Yes,
you
it
to
is.
experience abundance on a daily basis, not once in a while, not one-offs, but it is your life. Like this is your life. That the way of living is a lifestyle, right? Like when people talk about getting a healthy body and saying that your eating habits determine how healthy you will be, right? So a lot of people believe that, right? And they say it's not about dieting, it's about a lifestyle. It's about choosing to eat this way the rest of your experience here on this third dimensional plane, right? And it's for whoever believes in that, right? Because everything is done according to your belief. So if you have this mindset that says that the only way I can maintain a healthy body, I have to eat a certain way, just know that's the law you're creating for yourself. It's not right or wrong, good or bad. It's just your law, because you're saying this is required for my body to manifest a certain reality. I must live this way, and that's okay. There's
Yeah.
no right or wrong there.
You're speaking to something that's personal for me because I happen to believe that God did not give me this palate and make me a foodie for me to have to restrict myself.
That part, I'm with you, girl. I'm with you.
Sorry.
I'm with you.
I mean, sorry, not sorry. But
Sorry, not sorry.
sorry, not sorry. There's no way that I've been given this palate that I appreciate the depths and flavors and seasonings and different, dimensions of food. Like I'm into it. There's no way that I'm like this and I'm supposed to,
Right, I'm like, you got all these pastry
For the rest
chefs,
of life.
right? You got pastry chefs, you got bakers, they making all these delicious cookies and cream. Like you ain't never supposed to taste none of this stuff.
No.
Like you can't try ice cream and sorbets, and you can't you can't have a really good milkshake once. Like I don't, as Neville would say, he said that his mentor Abdullah told him, Neville, you got too many quibbles. Neville was a vegan before he came into this knowledge.
Wow.
He restricted himself to how he would eat. When he had the desire to go back to Barbados, and his mentor Abdullah was telling him, you're in Barbados, and he was able to manifest going to Barbados. His mentor told him, when you come back, you'll never be the same. And he said, you know what? He was right, because he started to eat everything he had gave up. He went back to eating meat.
Mm-hmm.
He went back to drinking. I think he was even a smoker. Like he went back to those things that he had restricted himself, because he thought that sacrificing these things to God made him a better person.
Mm-hmm.
Then he understood that I am God, and nothing is unclean to a God. then nothing can harm a God. But a lot of times people don't see themselves as the express image of the divine. But we
Or
are.
we don't see ourselves as worthy of being able to eat what we want and still live a long life. Like
Yes, knowing
we have
that
to have one or the other.
this body is intelligence. It is a self-healing organism. It knows how to get rid of the things unwanted and keep the things necessary to make it to have all the vitality, all of the energy necessary. You do have to let go of the limitations of what our nutritionists, our clinicians, and our doctors tell us about food, because every other day they changing what can hurt you. Too much cholesterol, don't eat eggs, right? Don't eat, everything was wrong. Everything, this caused this caused that. And then if you really want to get into the whole thing of the myths of what so-called African Americans are most susceptible to, I'm like, damn, we're the most susceptible to every goddamn disease they talk about. I'm just like, you just have to really dissociate yourself from that mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's a trick too.
Yep. Hey. Be up. Good. One moment. We're gonna bring June Toon. She came up first, but I'll come back to you after we let June Toon speak. Okay.
No problem.
Okay. Hey, June.
Hey T, hey panel, hey chat. How's everyone doing?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing good. I was just coming in to add to the conversation. I always love the conversation. It's always great. And so I know I haven't been coming up for a while. I just been listening in. My daughter just graduated from Harris School last week.
Cheers.
And I just been in a place of just being, like you said, just being. And because like around the time of the graduation and stuff was going on, I was kind of like in a panic, like, oh, I want everything to be perfect for her. Like, she's graduating from cosmetology college. I just want everything to be great. And I was just stressed. I was about to become stressful. And I was just like, dang, I'm like, I can't be manifesting and then trying to worry about something at the same time. So I just, when I had just sat still, so I just started getting back up, doing what I normally do. I just be still, and I like to speak what's going to happen into my life. Like, that's just what I stay focused on. I don't worry about what went on yesterday. I don't worry about what's going on tomorrow. I just worry about today. So I just put myself in that state of mind, and when I did that, things started shifting. And so, like, I was in the midst of like, oh well, I have to pay off like $2,500 more of her school, but but the graduation kept getting pushed back. I was like, well, because I was like, my whole thing was I didn't want her to feel a type of way. And she's like, Mom, you worry about the wrong thing. She's like, I just need you to be okay. She's like, I don't want you worrying about nothing. And I was like, you're right. Everything gonna work itself out. And then, so probably like a couple of days before the graduation, the lady that was over the school, she was like, yeah, she's like, I was just pushing it back. She was like, because I wanted her to apply for financial aid so that you wouldn't have to pay the rest of the money, that it would be just being taken care of through financial aid, and you have to come out of pocket and you have to worry about that. And I was like, well, okay, good. So that, and it ended up going through.
Nice.
So I didn't have to worry about that. So then I'm like, well, okay, well, we gotta put something together for the graduation, to celebrate with the kids and all this and that, like, like have the food and stuff together. So the lady, she like, you don't have to worry about that either, because the school, what they end up doing is everybody loved her so much, they end up just fixing everything up that morning for her, told me I didn't have to worry about nothing, and it was so beautiful. And I was like, so when we ended up going to the graduation, I was just like, dang, I'm like, all I kept saying is like, man, I know this child was just made for greatness. I'm like, everything about her, how she came into the world was just great. She always attract great things to her. And as we going into the graduation, I'm just sitting there just being, and I like to observe everywhere that I'm at. I just like to just be in the moment. And as I'm just sitting there, God, like, you're right. She is gonna be great. She got her great grandmother here. She got her great aunties here. She got her great uncles, her great cousins, and she got her little cousins and cousins of her generation here. And I'm just like, dang, I'm like, this is just nothing but greatness for her on this day. And it was just so filled with so much love and joy. And I was just like, it was just so simple, but it didn't take no effort for it to fall into place because everything, I just allowed things just to be. And she was happy. And so lately I just been when I've been getting up or about to go to bed, I've just been sitting in silence. And lately when I've been sitting in silence, because I like to write and I like poetry, and I like when I was writing a lot, I always wrote about love. Like I just love love. Love is everything to me. So love is like this. I see love in everything. I love even the ugliest things. I could still find love in it. I don't know how I do it. And even my kids said they was like, "Mama, yeah, you really different." But I just love that much. Like, and so I wanted to share a thought that I had because I was just laying there and I could not get this thought. I couldn't get it out of my head. It just kept sitting there, it just kept bugging me, and I'm just like, I got to get up. And it was like around 3-4 o'clock in the morning. But I just sit there because when the kids are quiet, when the house is quiet, that's when I really like to get up and move around and probably make tea, just doing stuff to myself. Because kids, they just like to even when you just sitting there, which is normal, kids just like to ask you to do anything. Like my kids, I cater to my kids, so I could be sitting there, they be like, "Oh, Mama, can you make me a sandwich?" Knowing they good and well and capable to get up and make a sandwich, but I always cater to them, so I don't mind getting up, doing little stuff. So when the house is quiet, I literally just sit and just cater to myself, make little desserts for myself. I be up just any little thing I just want to do to myself that I don't want to do for nobody else.
Right.
That's what I take out my time to do. And so I could not, the thought would not let me just rest. So I was laid with a notebook and pen by my bed, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm just about to get up and write it down, just give it to me. I know some people call them downloads, or I just call it just being. I just call it just receiving wisdom from God. I just call it just sitting with God. You know what I mean?
To the Wi-Fi.
And so the thoughts was, as I was laying there, it was like the Creator does not have to explain to His creation. He already is. For the Creator already be. The Creator of all that He has. I said the Creator of all, out of all that He has created, we have been given the gift to create, which makes us creators with a Creator, which means the creation isn't separate from the Creator, but of the Creator, one with the Creator, one with all, created by the hand, spirit, breath, consciousness, physical form, and flesh, the souls of the Creator. So with that being said, I have been enlightened, convinced no one of nothing, explain nothing. To know is to understand. Understanding just is. Is to be. Being is to be in the know, just as it is, and be. I am that I am. I know who I am. I know what I am. I know I am. I am is. I am be. Wisdom is silence. Silence is presence. Presence be and is.
Yes, beautiful. That was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yep. Say, I am the Creator. Yes. That was beautiful, June. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Be Up. How are you?
Blessed as usual.
Great.
How y'all doing?
Oh, great. As always. Thank you.
Oh yeah. I was just getting my amplified energy back.
Okay.
I know where to come and get it at.
It's right there within you. You don't gotta come get anything. You just have to recognize it's already there.
I like the collective though. The collective, the energy that's amplified when similar frequencies unite.
Right. Yeah, but we're just your reflection. We don't even exist, actually.
Well, it's good to see another one of my reflections.
Absolutely.
Well, a few of them. Hello to everyone.
Absolutely. Hello, Mr. Ronnie. Did you mean to come up, Grandpa? You have to unmute.
Good morning. No, that was an accident.
That's
That was
okay.
an accident.
That's okay.
But I'm appreciating the panel and the jewels that are being dropped this morning. So I'm just driving away, but I'm gonna go back down. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank
And
you.
y'all enjoy. Okay.
Okay. Hello, Miss Millionaire. Miss Millionaire Energy.
How are you, Miss Toya? How is everybody?
Oh, doing amazing. Thank you.
Can y'all hear me? Do I have an echo?
No, you're good.
Okay, cool. All right. So I'm not gonna hold y'all long. But I just wanted to share something with you. Something I experienced the other day. And just by listening to you, you really helped me to understand what's really going on here. So just like the guy said, he knows where to come back and get his, to be re-enlightened and things like that. Because I definitely do that. When I stray away too long, I'm like, I got to get back to Toya's live so she can remind me of who I am here.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to share something that I literally just went through for the last 2 weeks. I realized that these old limiting beliefs that I've had to deal with them head on. Like I've had to deal with me. Like it's all me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I had a situation that was a reoccurring situation every year. And when I said I was going through it, I was going through it. I went through 2 weeks of my own hell consciousness. Like I was putting myself in this. And even when other people were like, it's going to be okay, I didn't want to think that. I'm like, no, but what if it doesn't? So I went down this whole rabbit hole. I'm talking about, I was manifesting the worst of the situation. And I was like, Jaleesa, how is it that you're thinking the negative and it's happening? Like, you got to stop. You cannot do this. So when I tell you everything was going left, and I was just like, Jaleesa, you gotta go in. You gotta tell yourself it's okay. So I started saying everything works out for me. When I tell you, literally, I woke up one morning and I said, I have so much grace on me. I said, I have grace on my life. Do you know that I went to my mother's house and sat down and I was watching a TV show? Don't even watch TV. But the TV comes on and it was an episode of the Parkers when, I don't know if y'all watched it, but I watched it sometime. But Nikki Parker was like, I think she had like an angel. And the angel that showed up, her name was Grace.
Mm.
And I was like, bro. I was like, yo, but you know, Miss Toya, when you listen to my my testimonies, it's always stuff like this. It's like, hey, are you listening?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so Nikki Parker's angel, she was like, I told you that God always shows up for you, honey. And I'm like, Jaleesa, don't you realize it? Like this TV is reflecting you. Like this TV is telling you, like this, they're telling you that everything is okay.
Yeah.
And so I tell you, probably not even like 2 days after that, I got a phone call. Everything was great. So what I'm saying is the same way, like you said, our mind is heaven and hell consciousness. Either you're going to put yourself in hell or you're going to put yourself in heaven. I chose to put myself in heaven. And when I tell you my life has never been the same, even after that, it's like, it's such a trust within myself. Like, baby, all you got to do is tell yourself. All you got to do is tell yourself and accept that it's done. You don't have to worry about nothing else. So I just want to encourage everybody on this panel to remember when Miss Toya is telling you, it is straight facts. What she's saying is true. You are creating these things. You are creating what you want to see. And so I'm excited. My life is so magical. I had the opportunity to ride in a sports car
Oh, sports car.
I mean, I got to get inside of a car. Like, I'm gonna tell you this. This is funny. When you are raising to your higher state of consciousness, you're raising to the best version of yourself. When I tell you some of the best opportunities have just been finding me, I was laying in my bed and I literally got a phone call from a friend that said, hey, I want to go get some fried chicken. It's 9:30 at night and you want to go get some fried chicken. I'm thinking to myself, well, you know what? Maybe this is an inspired action. Maybe let me just get up and go. I got smoothies. I got to ride in a very nice car. And I said, that's a nice car. I would love to drive it. She said, come on, girl, you can drive. I drove that car.
Yeah.
I drove it, and I started to see myself in a different. I started giving myself permission. You can have this. You can have this car. You can have this money. You can have this job. You can have this money. So I'm no longer taking permission from anything outside of me, and I'm learning that we have the authority to say what we want and what we don't want. So I just want to say thank you a million times, because I'm telling you, like you said, the same way you can manifest the good, you manifesting this stuff. So I have given myself the permission to have it. I'm excited. Friday, I get to interview a young lady off the Baddies. So
all right. Oh, all right. I mean, I never watched the show, but congratulations.
Yes, and I'm almost done, but I see why I went through all of that hell, because it was like that. I know some people don't believe in the purge, but I had to go through that to understand, baby, you are creating this, so give yourself the unadulterated, the authority to have what you want. So I'm excited. Even when it come to money, I'll be like, I'm not gonna spend this. I don't do that anymore. I spend my money. I'm like, if I want something, I'm gonna get it. This is what it's gonna be. A young lady has like this hair thing that she's doing or whatever, and she said the price, and I was like, you know what, I deserve this. I don't care what I got left over. I'm getting my hair done. So I booked that appointment because I know that I live in a state of abundance. And whenever I spend money, it's coming back. So I'm excited because I'm getting me a middle part bust down for the weekend. So
all right. The bust down. My daughter always talk about that. Go ahead.
Yes, the middle part bust down. And what I'm learning is, y'all, like, even through losing my mom and things like that, I'm like, baby, what do you have to lose? Like, you lost something that was so great to you. Take the time that you still have on this earth and give yourself the permission. I will not be another, hope nobody get offended by what I'm about to say, but I will not be another bitter Black woman statistic that can't live her magical life. I'm living that unicorn life.
Yeah.
Let me say that for the people in the back.
Say it for the people in the back.
Hear me.
Yes.
Okay. We will not be another bitter Black woman statistic. Oh, they're this, they can't have successful relationship. Oh, they this, they baby. No, I have 2 children. I am not married. Yes, I have 2 children of a wedlock. And yes, I'm in the midst of one of the greatest relationships ever. And I will have that dynamic. So I'm not allowing anybody to tell me that I can't have something. My life always been magical. I'm just remembering who I am. So I will say that again. We will not be bitter. The bitter Black statistic, and whatever's going on in the government, whatever they got going on, I don't need that stuff. Don't come on my algorithm because it don't apply to me.
That part. I'm on. Have you been watching? Are you on the group 7? What group y'all in? I'm group 7, y'all. Have you seen group 7? Have you seen the group that the lady made? Yes, I'm group 7. Like, oh my, when I saw that video, it's like, oh yes, somebody made a video like, oh yes, I put a $1.5 million on the debit card, and if you need more money, just let us know. And and here's the jet is ready for you, and the bed is ready, and here's here's your meal right here on the jet. Like, I was like, oh, okay, yes. I'm like, I'm glad I'm group 7. Like, come on, like that's my energy right there.
Exactly. And for real, Miss Toya, I'm about to go. I feel like I'm in a place now that if it's something that don't add up, it feels I be like, this don't even feel. No, we not doing that. No, who are you? No, this does not belong, baby. If this don't add up to my abundance, I don't know what you're talking about. That's like even like watching those people. They're like, oh well, and I'm not saying this to people that with food stamps and all. You got different people, blah blah blah, whatever. That's whatever. But I told my cousin, I was like, I don't care what it is. My kids gonna always eat. We always gonna be all right. We always gonna be just fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going with the narrative of the Matrix, because people, this social media will hype people up and have everybody in this uproar like the rapture, and ain't nobody going nowhere like that. I feel like this is another rapture moment. I'm not going with the rapture. Y'all can go with the rapture. I don't follow the trends. The trends that I don't like. So
we've already been raptured. We've already been caught up in the rapture of love.
Listen, that's all I listen to is Anita Baker. Listen, listen, I don't listen, and I'm gone. I don't listen, Miss Toya. I just love you. Let me tell you something. You look like you talk about. I'll be watching your videos, be like, go ahead, girl. Let's say, look at my girl, got her little outfits on. That's what I'm talking about. Don't nobody want to keep waking out of their bed and being sad and depressed. Your mind can get you out of this stuff. It's not action first. It's mind first action. Like, it's mind first and then it comes. Yep. So I'm just like, dang, like, we really can have what we want. Like, stop. Like, I'm learning. Don't even listen to people. Like, there's certain people have conversations where I they don't even know. I don't cut them off and they still talking. I'm thinking about what I want to eat for dinner tonight. I'm not even thinking about what I want. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even thinking about y'all at this moment, but I'm learning that we've been bamboozled and hoodwinked to think a certain way, and it's totally not that way. And it feels good to be free. It feels good to know that I can leave. I can literally, I promise you, I can come back with a manifestation story on the day we do that. But I can assure you that all I gotta say is, every time I leave this house, I'm always full of favor. Every time I leave out of here, I'll either go to a store, I get something for free, or whatever I'm getting, it's like on double sale, and, you know, stuff just showing up for me. Like, I live my life in the expected, and, you know, just expecting that something great is going to happen today. Like, this is amazing. Like, this is absolutely amazing. Like, everything always works out for me. That's what I say. And it's so crazy. Even with my son yesterday, like, I've been wanting to take my other son out of school because things, like, my son came home upset, and I promise I'm gone, Miss Toya. My son came home. This is real stuff. My son came home. He was upset. He said, Mama, he said, I was watching TV. He said, I was at school and they was showing me a video about a black man being electrocuted. He was getting ready to get electrocuted. My son came home so upset. He was like, Mama, I don't want to see that. Mm-hmm. He said he went up to the teacher and told her, like, you know, this is a bit much for me. And the teacher was like, oh, no, kind of downplaying. I said, no, we're not doing this. I'm taking you out the matrix. I said, that's my last key. We're not doing it. So since then, this is his first day. He's already doing amazing. Mm-hmm. You know, his dad is on board. Beautiful. Like, I'm getting ready to turn my living room into an office in my own manifestation center. So, follow what you want. Follow what it is that you desire. Like you said, it's not that hard. Stop making it complicated. So I say all of this. Thank you, Miss Toya. Just keep doing what you do, and I wish you nothing but the best. And you're just amazing. Thank you. I just don't even know. Like, you just hold my hand. Like, and I know other people can vouch for this, but you really hold my hand. Like, you really, like, intuitively hold my hand. I'd be like, what would Miss Toya? You know, I say, what would Jesus do? I'm like, what would Miss Toya say? You know?
That's cute.
but I have to remind myself, like, baby, this is not you. This is not your reality anymore. Your reality, like, you don't have to, you know, go to the store and check your bank account. You don't have to, you know, worry about where your next meal is coming. You don't have to worry about your car breaking down. You know, you don't have to worry about this. It's all going to work out for your highest good every single time. So thank you for helping them skills to come off. And I hope that everybody has an amazing day. I hope some great things happen for everybody. Because I know when I wish the best on others, it always happens for me. Yes. So thank you, Miss Toya. I appreciate you. And I'm stepping down. Thank you all.
Oh, thank you. Thank you all. This is so beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. Everyone's stories, everyone's success stories, everyone sharing what they've gone through, what they're going through, and what they're manifesting is a benefit to us all, because we all have been there. We all have doubted ourselves. We all have, you know, complained. We've all felt stressed. We've all been there, done that. And we recognize that all we had to do was switch gears. All we had to do was shift perspective. All we had to do was change our minds. That's all that we needed to do. It's so simple, right? It's so simple that ego, what people like to call it, that reasoning mind wants to complicate it. But you have to, simplicity is key. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Always go with the easy path. Because the easy path is the untraveled path. Because people think that life is supposed to be hard and difficult. So that way is the broad way. If you just look at life and you just see people choose hardship over ease because they think it's glory in it. People really think that because that's all you hear. I don't care if you're watching TV, social media, and you're listening to these people that have been successful. What do they promote? Hard work. They love to tell you how they grind it. how they worked so hard that he wasn't giving to them. They had to push, pull, and sweat, blood, and everything. Trying to convince the masses that that's how it comes. But that is the deception. That is the trick. We know from experience that hard work does nothing for you. It may bring some muscles, like lifting, 200 pounds or lifting hand weights or whatever. That's the only maybe hard work to build your physical body. Okay. But to get the easy life, to get a life that is, full of joy and love and expectancy and abundance is the effortless way. It's the effortless way. When you learn to stop trying to make it so, you find out you get so much more and you get to enjoy the fruit of your labor because your labor was mental. A lot of times the people don't enjoy their labor because their labor was physical. Now they straight, even though they got the money, they got the business, they got everything, but they can't even enjoy it. They don't take no vacations, right? They trying to figure out how to get more. They trying to figure out how to protect it. They don't enjoy what they have produced because they're still in the mindset of striving. You don't want to be always striving and going against the grain. You want to go with the current. You want to flow downstream, right? That's what Abraham Hicks would say. Pick that boat up. Stop trying to, when you flow upstream, you need a paddle, right? But when you flow downstream, you don't got to work at all. No work is necessary when you flow downstream. You just let the current take you to your destination. But when you got to go upstream, now you got to work hard. Now you need a paddle. You got to, you got to sweat. You got to work hard. You got to build muscle. You got to have stamina, right? But if you flow downstream and you flow to that, you get to lay back, have a drink in your hand, right? You get to pay attention to the scenery. You get to just be easy with it. And the world will tell you, you don't want ease. Do you not know you don't appreciate ease? And you got to be like, get thee behind me, Satan. I never knew you, because what you talking about? Who don't like free and easy? Who doesn't like free and easy? You go to a restaurant, somebody tell you that they paid for your meal. You gonna argue with them and say, oh, no, I can't accept that. I gotta pay for this. Do you know, my mama told me nothing good in life ever come easy. I'm gonna go ahead and take it. Thank you. Where you at? Oh, bless your heart. Oh, you will be blessed. To those who freely give, freely receive. Once you give, it shall what? Be measured back to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Ain't nobody got time for that. People will try to make you think you have to struggle through life. We didn't come here to struggle. We came to command our life. And Miss Millionaire, I like what Glaze Innovations say. There is no children out of wedlock. All children are gifts from God. You were just the portal on which your children came to experience this life through. All right. And I was married. I'm on my second marriage, but I was a single mother with 3 children. And I was still able to find a beautiful partner to share this experience with. We'll be married 11 years come January.
Cheer. Where the cheering sound at?
Hello, I am Tam. Hello, Goddess. Thank you. And it came from what? Me just deciding that I deserved a good man. That was it. I just decided, Once I got my mindset, once I recognized that it was I who was choosing the men, that they weren't, I was attracting these type of men because based on my mindset. So the moment I flipped the switch, and once I had to recognize, first I had to take ownership, accountability, that it was me, that I was the one choosing these relationships because of the way I thought. And then I decided to think differently. And as I decided to think differently and recognize it was me, then I decided that I deserved a good man. And then he came to me. I
Hey!
manifested him. Yes.
Hey, that's why I celebrate with people too. I don't know. That's just very effective for me.
Yeah. And you got to celebrate for others because you want, and here's the thing you want from others, you have to be to yourself, right?
Copy.
Right? The thing, like, if you're seeing someone else's greatness, someone else's manifestation, and you can't be excited for them, you're just telling yourself that you don't see it for yourself.
Sad place to be.
Man, you have to be able to see what they're doing as you're doing it, because there's no separation. Your world is your mirror. The things that you're seeing, the greatness you're seeing, the possibilities you're seeing, is because it's to remind yourself that yes, this is possible, and not just for them, but for me, because they are me. They're not saying, they're my mirror. They're showing me, they're confirming to me what's possible. They're not there to discourage. They're there for inspiration, to remind you of what's possible. To remind you that this law is no respect of persons. You do have to remind yourself, as Ms. Millionaire was saying, you know, like, if you find yourself being on that, because I was on that path, that, you know, mad black woman, and you don't even know why you mad, but maybe because that's all you were told all your life, that black women just naturally mad for no reason. Like, you just mad because, like, you just supposed to be mad. And you find yourself just being mad just for the sake of being mad, because you don't know any other way to be, because that's all you heard all your life. You saw your grandmother unhappy. You saw your mother unhappy. You saw your aunts unhappy. You saw everybody, every woman around you, you saw they ready to jump off. They ready to cuss you out. They just mad. Every day was mad day. And so you think, well, that's just how life is. That's just how, like, we're supposed to be as a collective, just mad just because. Like, look at the history in this world. Look at the history on this landmass. Look at, wants to always take you back and identify with that. And you got to choose not to. You got to choose to want to just love life. Love, like June said, love on your children, right? Like Miss Million, love on your children. Love on yourself, right? Love without any parameters, without any conditions. Love freely.
No limitations.
No limitations. And some of us have been conditioned, like, no, I'm only gonna give people what they give me. Well, you know what? You're gonna be short on a lot of things. If you're going to live your life based on what someone else is doing for you, you're going to find yourself short. You're going to wonder, right? You're going to wonder why hasn't love found me? Because you don't recognize that love, you are love. It's in you. It was never out there. It was always in you.
You telling it that you playing hide and seek. That's why it's running.
Yep. Yep. Ready to fight, Andrea. Yep. Ready to fight. People be ready to fight for nothing. Fighting about nothing. Got the dukes up. Ready to cuss somebody out. Ready to give somebody the 1, 2, 4. And I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm not saying that it's wrong, because sometimes you do have to let anger out. And it's okay. But know that who you're fighting is not another. You're just fighting yourself. You have to understand that. When you fight, you're not fighting other people, you're fighting yourself. How long are you going to fight yourself? How long are you going to struggle with yourself? When are you going to let the battle not be yours? There is no need for you to fight. Stand and see the salvation. For the battle is not yours, it's the law. It's the Lord's. Hey, 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 warrior. Yes. We are love. Love knows no bounds. It is boundless. It has no boundaries. Love does not need to be protected. Protected from what? There's no opposition to love. Nothing opposes love. Fear is the absence of love. It's the unrecognition of what already is. It's ignorance of love. Really, that's what fear is, the ignorance of love. It's not knowing that you're loved, which is why you operate in fear. Because you don't know who you are.
Jeez.
So you act accordingly.
Come out of that. Get away from that. That's not you. That's not who you are.
Oh, not who you are. You are just infinite possibility. You're infinite potential. All potentialities exist within you already. All possibilities exist within you already. The only thing you're supposed to do is just choose it. Choose. Just choose. I am that, and then remain faithful to that decision. Ask yourself, can you do that? Can I make a choice and then stick to that choice, regardless of what similar offers may come across, right? Like the gentleman earlier, his fiance she wanted a $30,000 more job, right? But she wanted to stay at home, but she had an offer that was similar to that. The only caveat was she would have to leave the home and go into the office. And they decided they were not going to accept kind of what they wanted. Because it was kind of what she wanted, right? She was going to get the money, right? She was going to do something, but she would have to go into work, which is not what she wanted. And she had to ask herself, was she willing to sacrifice her desire to get some of what she wanted? And a lot of us do that. A lot of us are like, well, it's close. I'll just take it. It's similar. You can't get everything you want. You talk yourself out of the exact thing that you asked for because you tell yourself, well, it's close enough. You don't have to take close enough. You do not have to take close enough. You can have exactly what you desire. The sun is gonna shine if I hold out. Do you all know that from the church choir? From the weeping may endure for a night, but the sun is gonna shine if I hold out. Oh, just hold out. Just hold out. Just stay the course.
Sing that thing.
Yep. Yes, a fact. Say all the negative emotions come when your needs are not fully met because you chose less.
Ooh, that's
Yep.
good.
Yeah, when you are supposed to expect nothing less than what? The best. And it's funny. So, I'm a football head, the Bears, and it's funny. I think I said this before. I heard the coach say this: good, better, best. Never let it rest until the good gets better and the better gets best. He says that to the football team. The coach Ben Johnson says that to the Bears. You know, he's the new head coach of the Bears, and he says that to them. Good, better, best. Never let it rest. Till the good gets better and the better gets best. I was just saying this to the chat. I was like, synchronicity.
Hit that button. Hit that button. That button up there.
He say hit that button, hit that button. So your middle school teacher told you that? Yeah. And so that's a great affirmation to live by, right? You don't have to settle for less than the best. Good, better, best. Never let it rest. Till the good gets better and the better gets best. You're supposed to have the best, right? You're supposed to have the best. That's what Neville Goddard's mentor told him. Like, dude, who told you were traveling third class? You're traveling first class. And then things had to rearrange itself when he got on that boat for him to travel first class, right? It's like we just have to allow ourselves to choose the best, not trying to figure out how it's going to show up. And I know that's the part that trips a lot of us up. How is that going to happen? I don't see how that can come. That's not your work. Your work is just to make the choice. Your work is just to decide. That's all you're told to do. Like that just seems too simple, right? All I'm told to do is just choose yes. You're just told to choose. And then everything else takes care of itself.
Light bulb. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Just choose. You remain faithful, right? Don't choose this and then talk about that. Too many of us make a choice and then we talk about everything but the thing we chose. We talk in opposition to the very thing we asked for. Don't do that, because that's a double-minded man. And a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. And he should not think that he will receive anything from the law. The word says Lord, but know that Lord and law are the same. The Bible says Lord, but it should say law. Because the law of life is the law of being. When you say that I am that, you shall be that. That's the law. The moment you claim that I am, the law says, yes, you are. Now remain faithful to it. But no, you go, but, well, I don't know. Can I, should I, will I? Stop it. Stop it. Ain't no can I, will I, should I. Yes. All the promises are yes. All the promises. And you will promise what? The land flowing with milk and honey. Go ahead.
They say run that chant back.
Good, better, best. Never let it rest until the good gets better and the better gets best. Good, better, best. Never let it rest until the good gets better and then the better gets best. What'd you say?
I was saying, go ahead, Miss Toya. It was so funny. I was in middle school and my English teacher would always say that. And every day we had to recite this thing. And it's just so funny how we've never really met before and we know the same mantra. So it's just really freaking me out. But, but it's true. So maybe my best is finally becoming the best from me saying that chant.
Yes.
I'm about to put it in a song.
I know, right? And then I saw that the coach of the Bears that's because they had just won their fourth win. They got 4 wins in a row, and they were showing the locker room. And I had heard them saying that he had been saying it, like when I listened to the podcast on YouTube, they were saying that, and then I finally heard him say, he's like, come on, 1, 2, 3, good, better, better. You know, he was all pumped up. It was like, Bears on 1, 2, 3. You know, he was like so excited when he was saying it. So it was like, yes. So you're about to post that, Tangi? First class A, up in the sky. I'm telling first class A, up in the sky. Glamorous, glamorous. Glamorous, glamorous. Say GLAMO. What is it? No, OROUS. I'm flying first class up in the sky. First class. Yes. Yes, first class. So you're gonna use that song too, Tangi? Okay. So you got your mantra and you got the song to match it. Love it.
I might chill on that one for personal reasons.
Oh, okay. Yep. So whatever you assume to be true will be true for you, because the law of life is the law of belief, which is the law of being. You are the law. I, self, Lord, am master. That's Islam. I, self, Lord, am master. You are the law of your being. Right? That book that reminded us, Busting Loose from the Money Game. What did he say? Stop trying to play their game. It's set up for you to lose. Make your own rules when it comes to money. Stop trying to play by the system. The system is rigged for you to lose, so you don't play their game. You were never meant to win at their game. That's why you have to make the rules to your own. That's why you don't let them tell you that you have to have a certain credit score to get a house, to get a car, to get a loan. Right? You should be the head and not the tail. You're the lender and not the borrower, right? We don't have to borrow. We don't have to beg.
Wait, they told us the truth in the Bible, like usual.
Yep. So you get to decide, because that's why you're told live in the end, not live in the how. Because the world will tell you, well, you don't have the right, you don't have enough down payment, you don't have the credit score, you don't meet the right income. The world will give you all kind of reasons as to why you can't get a thing. That's why you live in the world, but you don't be of the world. You show people what the power of thought is. Like, how you get that? How can you afford that? Oh my goodness, I know you make what I make. How you living like that? Like, you can see people making the same amount of income and they live totally opposite lifestyles. One person on $80,000 a year is struggling. They live on the same block, same neighborhood, and the other person is traveling, investing, living their best life. Why? Because of the different mindsets. One person thinks $80,000 isn't enough and they have to struggle through life. Another person sees $80,000 as abundant, sufficient, gives them an ample income to live their best life. And it's just about how are you going to perceive your income? Are you perceiving your income as just enough, or do you see it as more than enough? And recognize you are the income.
Does the church say amen?
Because I truly believe that's why I'm in the light, in where I am now, that I can be a stay-at-home wife and be truly taken care of, and I can travel 3, 4, 5, 6 times out of the year, how many times I desire. Because when I didn't have the money that I have, I didn't talk against money. When I was on welfare, when I was getting food stamps and I was getting Medicaid and I was working a part-time job and I was living, and I had 3 children and we living in a 2-bedroom apartment, and I'm driving a 15-year-old car, right, to take me back and forth, no complaining. And I'm in my mind, oh, we gonna get a house. In my mind, I'm saving my money for a house. I'm going to make my children. I didn't know how. I just put in my mind, oh, we're going to get a house. Fast forward, we end up getting a house when I end up meeting my husband. That's how I got my house, through my marriage. That's how it happened. But I know, and here's the thing. Yes, I shopped at thrift stores. Right? I sold food stamps. Sure did. Because I had 3 children, so I was getting about almost $800 worth of food stamps. I was not about to buy $800 worth of food a month. But I use the system as a leg up, right? You use the system for what it is there for, to be a helping hand, right? But my mindset was never that I'm going to be on welfare for the rest of my life. That was not my goal. That was not my aim. Nothing against people that are, because what I recognize, people that are on like Section 8 or HUD housing, they truly understand that they don't have to do nothing and will be taken care of, right? There are people that are being taken care of by the government, which is their mind control, right? They are live in their mind, they're living abundantly because they don't got to pay. They pay little to nothing for shelter. They have the food that they need. They have clothes on their back, and they are living their best life. They get to travel whenever they want, because the money that they get, it pays for everything. Their utilities is different programs set up where they don't even have to pay for utilities. Especially here in Illinois, you have LIHEAP, which means they'll pay for your electricity, they'll pay for your heat, and I think they'll pay for your water too. But I know because like I said, when I was on welfare, I utilized those programs. So you can live a sustainable life, you don't have to worry about things, right? And I didn't worry about things, and I was taken care of during those, as they would say, as the Bible would call it, lean years, right? And Joseph goes to, when he becomes the second in command to the Pharaoh in Egypt, and he's told them that they're going to experience 7 years of lean and 7 years of abundance. And during the 7 years of abundance, this when you prepare for the 7 years of lean, right? It's about how you're perceiving it. When you find yourself not at the place you want to be, the last thing you want to do is complain about it. Because the complaining keeps you looping it over and over, and it keeps you stuck in that place. So even though I was there, I wasn't there. That wasn't my end. That was just part of the destination. That was part of the journey. But I knew that I didn't know how, and I didn't really think about it too much. My vision was just like, and it was a road that got me there, because I thought I was going to be a nurse. I went to school to be an RN. I thought that I was like, oh, I got the nursing program and everything, and was like, no, this is not for me. And I still wasn't like, oh my goodness, what's going to happen? How am I going to take care of my children? I knew that wasn't an option, and found a career working with one of the largest banks in the country, where I was a mortgage loan processor, then became a mortgage closer for the extension of that group, where they only dealt with high wealth net clients, where I was seeing the homes of Mariah Carey and Tia Mowry. I was seeing like those were the type of accounts we were dealing with, I was preparing closing packages for those type of clients. And I still didn't know that I was going to end up being a stay-at-home wife. Like, the stay-at-home wife thought came probably 15 years earlier, before I actually experienced it. I was in church when I thought about being a stay-at-home wife. I was still in church, and I was listening to this lady preacher on, I remember it. I remember driving home, listening to a woman preacher on the radio talking about women being at home with their children and being stay-at-home wives. And I'm not saying that has to be the goal of every woman, right? Because yeah, we do got some very entrepreneurial type women that are boss babes that are killing it in the, you know, in the corporate world, and they're making their marks in the corporate world. Hey, do you? That just wasn't my desire. Yes, okay, Mattia. Okay, Mattia. Okay. Yep, complain, you remain. Yep. Say, don't be murmuring. All right. Don't be like those Israelites in the desert, murmuring, complaining, 40 days turn into 400 years, 40 years, right? 40 days turn into 40 years because you complaining.
Just confused.
Just confused. You making it worse. Your complaining is causing you to focus on the unwanted, which is why you keep experiencing the unwanted. If you want this thing to pass, you have to take your mind off of it. You can't talk about the unwanted and think it's going to disappear. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. You have to take your mind off of the problem. Giving your energy to the problem only causes it to expand, right? Where attention goes, energy flows. Attention brings expansion. Attention is the sap of life, says Neville Goddard. That's how he put it. Your attention is what gives things life in your reality. So if you want things to die off, you have to remove your attention. So you want healing in your body, you got to give your attention to health. You cannot complain about the symptoms.
What symptoms?
Exactly. If you're healthy, do symptoms even exist? No. Yes, does it take determination? Does it take persistence? It really just takes you choosing. Once you decide that you're healthy, your awareness, the I am within you, meets you right where you are. But guess what it doesn't do? It doesn't keep you where you are. It causes you to arise. It tells you to come up hither. Arise and walk. Moses, you want to commune with me? You got to come up to the mountaintop. Because I'm not coming down to you. See, people try to say God meets you where you at. God causes you up. God does not come down. God calls you up. The moment you decide to come up, God is waiting for you. So you feel like a leprechaun. Go ahead. Yep.
I just say get out your own way.
Yep. Light and easy. Yep. So just choose joy, choose peace, choose love, choose health, choose wealth, choose wisdom, choose abundance. Choose it. Choose success, choose prosperity. Choose it. It's all yours. Recognition is key. Like I say, you better recognize. You better recognize who you are. Oh, arise, oh God, for thou shalt inherit all nations. Talk that talk, God, talk. What's up? Peace and abundance. Peace and abundance. Arise. Oh. Claim your inheritance. Claim your inheritance. I came that I may have life and that more abundantly.
Already rich.
Right? Already rich. Hey. Beautiful song. Beautiful song. You're already rich. You're not trying to be anything. Do you know trying is not being? Stop trying and just be. Just do it. Stop talking about being it and just be it. Stop talking about doing it and just be it. You'll find you will naturally do it when you recognize you already are it. You don't have to try to be anything. Just recognize you already are. I came that my joy may be full. That's what you came for. That your joy may be full. That you have the peace that surpasses all understanding. That you are the light of your world.
Overflowing.
Overflowing. My cup runs over.
Get you some.
Hey. Yep, you have to speak it. Is it already being a done deal? Right? And it's not about how you're trying to convince others, right? Because we think that when we talk about speaking, that it's about, yes, you want to be aware of the conversations you're having with others, because that truly is a telltale sign of your dwelling place, because you always return to your dwelling place. Your frequency is what you frequently see. So, pay attention to what you're paying attention to. Pay attention to those conversations. Because out of the heart, the mouth speaks. So what are you speaking? Because it's not about what you're not. Get that out of your head. It's not about what you're not. It's who do you say that I am? See, too many people are focused on the wrong thing. They're too busy focused on, well, you're not your thought. You're not the body. You're not. But you have a body and you have a thought. So what you going to do with it? Because I can care less if you are that or you're not that. You have it. You're experiencing it. You're having the thought. What thought are you going to choose?
Make a decision. No more excuses. Hang it up. Make use of the nooses.
Yep. See, those who have shall be given unto those who don't. Yep. Even that what they think they have shall be taken away. The prodigal son has come home. Yes. Hey, Mia, welcome. Stop focusing on what is not and focus on what is. Go ahead.
You know about the wealth of the wicked being stored up for the wise too, right?
For the righteous?
Righteous.
Right. Who is the wicked? The wealth of the wicked is laid up for the righteous, right? The wicked is the evildoer. Who is the evildoer? Those who live in reverse. Remember, evil is just live backwards. Jeez. So those who live backwards, their wealth is stored up for those who think right. That's the righteous. Right thinking produces what? Right action. Because it's not talking about who you think is evil. That's not, it doesn't care that you think this person is bad or this person is wrong. Now you're judging from appearances, and you're told not to judge from appearances, but to judge righteous judgment. And while you sitting up here calling people evil and bad and wrong, they living their best life. Take your mind off other people and put your mind on yourself. How other people are living is none of your business. It's who do you say that I am, not who do you say they are. That was not the question. Who do you think your neighbor is? Who do you think the president is? Who do you think the celebrities are? Nope. It says, who do you say that I am? And whoever you say that I am, that's what you shall be.
Mind your building.
Oh man, your building. Yes. It's about focus. Focus, hocus pocus, focus, focus. Focus on you and the reality you want to experience. Too many people have their nose in somebody else's business. And then you wonder why your life can't never get right because you're too busy trying to worry about other people's business. Because the only thing you need to be doing when you think of others is using your mind lovingly. Whatever things are true, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are noble, just, virtuous, be of praise or good report. Think on these things. And why is it saying to think this way? Because you're the thinker. You're the only one thinking in your reality. No one is thinking other than you. So that means because you're the only one thinking it, guess what? You're the only one creating it. So you might say that you're thinking this about another person. But remember, there are no other persons. There are no other people. It's only you. So the way you're thinking about others, you're really thinking about you. Whatever you, go ahead.
I would say you thinking about your overflow. Your overflow is what's abundance to others. They're only there for your overflow.
Yeah.
So you got to be overfull for that.
Yep. Yep.
I don't know. That's me.
Because you think that you're thinking about other people, but you're not thinking about other people. You're thinking within your own self. That's the thing. You are having the thought, not the other person. You got to get that. That it's your thoughts that you're thinking. And anything you send out comes back. Remember, whatever you give, so your thoughts are gifts. Your thoughts are gifts. And the gifts that you send return. So every time you say the thing lovingly of someone else, that's a gift that's going to return back. It's going to come back good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over. That's how it works. Whatever you give, it comes back good. So that's why you want to wish people abundance, joy, peace, regardless of anything that they've done. That's why the Bible tells you, do good to those that hurt you, that harm you, because the Bible knows nothing can ever hurt or harm you. You had to create that reality. So when you and it say do good, it's talking about with the mind. Remember, the Bible is mental. So it isn't saying go out and be the best friend to the person that you feel did you wrong. To go out and be the best friend to the person that you feel like traumatized you and did certain atrocities to you. No, it's saying the thoughts that you're thinking, you're creating. So if you're thinking evil, evil shall come. That's all it's saying.
So a man thinks.
Yep. As you think in your heart, so are you, not so are they. As a man thinks in his heart, so is everybody else. No, that's not what the scripture says. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he.
It's right there in your face.
Yep. Is it how to reverse what you said to someone out of anger? Just replay the conversation in your mind and say what you wanted to say. That's all. You can say that's what I did, but what I did, I just said I never said anything. I replayed the scene in my mind. I said, well, actually, because if I don't say anything, we don't have the disagreement. So I replayed it in my mind. I remember where I was sitting at. You know, I remember hearing the person's voice and I just said, well, actually, I didn't say anything. So now I can't even remember what was said, what she said, what I can't even remember. I have a vague remembrance of that situation. The only thing I can remember is where I was sitting at in my aunt's house. But as far as what actually took place, what actually was said, I can't remember because I decided I didn't say anything.
So I was going to ask if denial was extreme, but never mind.
Yeah, I did, because to me it was better than trying to say, well, I said this and then they said that. And I just said, well, I didn't even say anything. Because if I don't say anything, we don't have the disagreement. I don't have to try to rewrite a whole script. If I just say that I didn't say anything, then there's no need for any other conversation and we don't have the disagreement. That was simple for me. That was what was easy for me. I just said, oh, that didn't even happen. I told myself it didn't happen. And then the world showed me that it didn't even happen.
Yeah, I think we're the only ones outside of like images, pictures, and stuff like that that can actually capture the past. So it really don't exist unless we remember it.
Yep. And if you choose not to remember it, then it doesn't exist for you. But the only reason why you have the feelings you have and you keep experiencing these things because you keep talking about it.
Lake of forgetfulness.
The lake of forgetfulness. Yep. If it's all make-believe, then we can make what we believe to be. That part. The world is all imagination. And people are like, no, it's not. No, it's not. But it really is, right? People are imagining wars and rumors of wars, which is why they're experiencing wars and rumors of wars. If you stopped imagining evil, you wouldn't see it. You wouldn't perceive it. You personally. I'm not saying others won't perceive it. Others won't experience it. I'm saying you, yourself, you, me, myself, and I. That's all I got in the end. That's what I found out. Right? That's what you realize. That's all you have is me, myself, and I. 3 in 1.
Yeah, you can say it's like the B attitude, but I'm starting like my enterprise is gonna consist of like be up is one. I got like be fresh, be precise, but it's all around kind of like basically be like that's what the B is for.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Be all that you can be in the army of your mind.
Straight up.
Be all that you can be. Who do you say that I am?
You got an army up there if you need it.
Hey, your soldiers are ready to go out and stand guard. Your soldiers are your thoughts. And they're going to do exactly what you command them to do. If you want them to wreak havoc, they will wreak havoc. If you want them to cause dis-ease, discomfort, oh, they'll do just that. The thing is, most people don't know what they're commanding their army to do. Oh, thank you. You're giving instructions to your army, and you don't even know what you're instructing them. You all over the place. You confusing yourself. You wonder why you all over the place. Because you're not giving precise instructions. You're double-minded. You're very confused. On demand, yes. Stop giving mixed instructions. That's why that's why we talk about meditation and being still. Because you do have to have some moments of just getting quiet. Stilling this body as much as you can, putting it in a relaxed state. And then allowing the mind to settle down. And you want to try to do this a few times a day. It doesn't have to be for long periods, but it should be done in intervals. Like Neville Goddard would just be like, 2 minutes is all you need. A couple of minutes. Several times a day to regather yourself. Because sometimes we just be talking too much. We be all over the place. Trying to convince people of something they not gonna believe until they see it any doggone way. People are not impressed by your words. People are impressed by results. Now some people are impressed by words because that's where you're going to get your religions, right? Because religion is not based on results. Religion is based on emotions. And so you can get some people that just want to be emotionalized.
So I tried to find it before we got too far away from it.
Mm-hmm.
But you were talking about commanding the army.
Mm-hmm.
And I was reading The Art of War.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to read just a little part from it.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
It says, Sun Tzu said, if the words of command are not clear and distinct, if orders are not thoroughly understood, then the general is to blame. But this story was after some women got unalived because of orders that were given. Mm-hmm. I know that was a bit extreme, but mm-hmm. It was just that quote of the distinct orders. So you got to make sure you're commanding them right, or you're the problem.
Yep. You're the general. You're the commander in chief. Right? So if the things are not coming back as you desired, that's because your instructions were not precise. Hello, Cheryl. How are you? You can unmute. Are you there, Cheryl? I don't know if Cheryl meant to come up or not. Right, some people want to be next to the fire instead of being the fire. Cheryl might have come up by mistake. Cheryl. So I'm gonna drop her. I know she might be at work. You are the fire. You are all of it. Just take it easy. You relax. You stop telling yourself you have a bunch of problems. You don't have problems. You have experiences. And at any given point in time, you get to change the experience by changing the way you think. It really is that simple. And we're just going to keep saying it, just how simple it is. It's just as simple as making a decision. It's not any more complicated than that. Decide what you want. And then allow it to show up. Decide what you want, allow it to show up. How simple is that? Decide, allow. Decide, allow. It's so simple. And I know you're going to try to talk yourself out of it because you're going to say it's not that easy. You're going to say, it's hard to decide. Or I said this, but I got the opposite. And I don't know why I'm not getting it. And, because now you're complicating it. Now you're adding to the decision. Because I told you the decision was decide, the recipe was decide and allow. The moment you start talking against it was the moment you started adding to the recipe.
Stop that. Stop.
It was only decide, allow. No buts. Get your butts out the way. Get your what ifs out the way. Get your time sequence out of the way. To get the how, remove all of that and just decide, allow. How do you allow? Be still. Really do nothing. Yup. Do nothing. Yup. Do nothing. Yup. Yep. Do nothing. And the world would tell you that's not how it works. That's not how it works. You have to do something. The doing is automatic. You don't have to worry about what to do. You're going to automatically do. Right? Like these people saying that they just sitting at their house and they getting phone calls. What did they do? They didn't make the phone. The only thing they did was receive the phone call and they picked up the phone and answered. So if you want to call that doing something, okay. The doing was they answered the damn phone. Well, they were going to do that anyway. They went to their email and they saw an email. Well, they were going to do that anyway. These are things you are going to naturally do. Oh, I met so-and-so at the grocery store. You were going to the grocery store anyway. Oh, I was on my way to work. Traffic was bad. And I see, you were going to work anyway. Awareness takes the least path of resistance when you let go of the how. The moment you let go of the how, consciousness is, okay, now I can do my job. But as long as you in the kitchen trying to prepare the meal, as long as you try to, you're in the restaurant, you order your burger, the moment you get up and try to go back to the back and talk to the chef about your burger was the moment consciousness said, oh, they don't need my help, they got it. And consciousness just takes a back seat and let you prepare it. But you don't go to the restaurant for you to cook. You go to the restaurant to allow someone else to prepare the meal. That's how it is with your desires. You're in a restaurant ordering the desire. You're just supposed to let the desire come to you. Oh, yep. When desire comes doing something outwardly, it runs away with you and gives birth to error. Yep. That's it. That's it. As long as it's something, all right. So it's not complicated. It's not difficult. I know people will say, well, it's not easy, it's hard. I'm going to tell you, stop telling yourself it's hard, right? If you tell yourself life comes to you easily, effortlessly, harmoniously, then it will. But if you say, I have to work for everything, things always are hard for me, right? Even if things have always been hard, if you notice that everything that you had to get, you had to work so hard for, you always had to go through hurdles, even if that has been your experience, and you have decided you no longer want that to be the experience, then you're going to have to stop talking about the old experiences. You're going to have to stop reliving the past. And you're going to have to now choose the way you want for it to be. So now you have to start saying, well, actually, things come effortless. I don't have to do very much or I do very little. I just kind of just there and things just seem to happen. I just wake up and I receive good news. I just pick up my phone and bam, money in the account. I slept all night and made several, millions, hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands of dollars. I sleep and money finds its way to me. You have to choose to think like that. Hello, Ben.
I wasn't trying to go live.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Okay. No, I'm in my little office chiefing, but I was sharing your live and tapping it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I'm on my little lunch break trying to get this
And you know what I'm saying? But this was dope, so I was sharing it, and you know, my family and stuff.
Oh, okay, cool,
But
cool.
somehow I pushed go live, I ended up
No problem, no problem. Thank you.
But it ain't my face, so I'll stay on here so you can keep tapping the screen.
Oh, okay,
You
cool.
can't see me. I'm on
Okay,
TikTok, you know what I'm saying?
cool, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, I go to the tents every once in a while too.
You go where?
To the Indian tents, to the yeah.
Oh,
Anyway,
I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm just gonna leave it there.
yeah, never mind.
What you laughing at, Jay? Jay laugh. But yeah, just it's you laughing at them. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I don't know. But yeah, so tonight I will be back at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time where we will continue the conversation of manifesting your desires. You know, feel free to come up and share your manifestations. Feel free to come up and ask questions regarding manifesting. Understanding that you're always manifesting is not something you need to try to figure out. The only thing you need to figure out is how to put your mind on the thing you want to see. That's your only challenge, if you want to call it a challenge, is remembering to be focused, to be aware of being aware, to accept that your thoughts is the creator in your reality. You get to operate because you're the operant power. You get to tell yourself how to think and how to feel. You get to choose what thoughts you want to have. Because people want to act like you can't choose your next thought. You most certainly can. Like what? When you're in conscious, when you're in prayer, when you're in meditation, you can definitely direct your thoughts. Does it take practice? Yes. Because you probably never did it before. You let your thoughts just used to have their way. They were like rambling sheep gone astray. But you are the good shepherd. And now you got to bring those thoughts. You got to gather them in and lead them down the path you want them to go.
Preach that thing.
Does some thoughts get a little, will a thought wander? Yeah, you go and grab that thought and say, where you going? Because you can choose. You can be like, okay, yeah, I'm going to go in prayer. I'm going to go in my meditation, and I'm just going to think about this. And then you find yourself thinking about what you ate last night, how you got to clean up your room, that you got to go to work, you got to go do laundry. That's where you have to be like, oh, wait a minute. No, I'm supposed to be thinking about this, right? So then you got to start again. And then you start again. Your mind starts talking about what movie you want to go see, how you want to travel over here. Your mind just start going all over the place. But you are the good shepherd. You have to bring those thoughts back to focus. But it does take practice.
Yeah, it's chaos when they all start to stray at the same time too. Like if one go, maybe, it's gonna be hard, but if they all go, that's just chaos.
Yeah, I mean, and you don't even have to judge it as chaotic or anything. Just refocus. Just be aware. Because sometimes you get to thinking and you've been doing good, and next thing you know, like, how did I end up over here? I said I was gonna think about this, and here I am thinking about an argument I had last week with my sister. Thinking about how my boss didn't give me my time off like I asked for. Or, man, I really want to, what am I going to cook tonight? Oh, man, them doggone kids, they didn't clean up last night. Like your mind just gets to just thinking all kind of stuff, right? But this is where you learn how to focus your thoughts because you really can choose your thoughts. But this is mastermind. This is how you master your mind. And people think they can't do it because the first time it didn't go so well. Well, think about the first time, if any of you learned to play an instrument, or the first time you decided to drive a car. Yeah, in the beginning, it wasn't so great. You was nervous. Them chords was sounding all discordant, right? It wasn't no harmony, no melody. You just all trying to figure out what string or what note to play, right? In the beginning. But the more you do it, the more you do it, the more you do it, the easier it becomes. Then it's just like now you get in the car, you don't really got to think about it. You know where the gas and the brake is. You know where the starter is. You know where the signals are. You check the mirrors, right? It's like we would say, it's just second nature. It's a part of you now. That's how it will be with prayer and meditation. But just because it didn't go so well the first time doesn't mean you be like, oh no, no, persist, practice. You gotta be transformed. How? By the renewing of your mind. But the mind doesn't operate itself. I mean, it will do what it want to do. But if you want it to go in the place you want to go, you're going to have to choose to direct it. You're going to have to be the director. You're going to have to tell the mind where you want it to go, what you want it to focus on. So you say negative thoughts about a job interview. First, let's not label the thoughts, not negative or positive, only thinking makes it so, right? So you're just having thoughts of probably worry or doubt, right? So we stop it. You say, all things work together for my good. You know, you're desiring this job, right? You say that you got it, that is yours, right? You don't try to figure out how you got it. You don't have to replay anything in your mind. You got to like trust the process, right? Because you got to ask yourself, like, it's like a thin line to like knowing you want it, but not really wanting it, right? Knowing that it's yours without wanting it to be yours. Do you get it? Like, knowing that you want it, that is yours without wanting it to be. And that's a fine line. And I know this is almost kind of hard to express. Like, I know it's mine, but I don't need it to be mine, or I don't need the job. I just choose the job.
I could see myself working this job.
Yep. Yep. Say, how do you cast down or bring them under subjection to Christ? By talk to yourself. That's how you have to talk to yourself, right? When doubt arises, what do? What did the Christ do? The Christ did what? It spoke. It commanded. Spoke to the situation. Didn't argue, right? Just spoke. And said, get behind me, doubt. I never knew you. Right? They said, get behind me, Satan. I never knew you. Come out of them. It tell, be quiet, be still. Go here, go right. Christ commanded. That's what you have to command. You're the authority. You have to operate as the authority. Like, Christ did not reason with the devil. You don't reason with doubt. You command it to come out. Right? Christ didn't reason with the devil. He told the devil to come out.
That word authority kind of, well, it probably don't, but sound like author in the beginning of it.
Yep.
You know,
You are the author and finisher of your faith. You are the author and finisher of your faith. You have to command your reality. You have to say, peace, be still, which is still in your mind. You got to tell yourself to be at peace, to be at ease. What you worried about? It's cool. It's cool. I'm good. I'm good either way. You got to tell yourself, I'm good either way.
that part.
Right? You got to, I'm good either way. Yep. Yep. And so, we just have to know how to speak to our situations, and speaking to our situations is commanding our reality. Hello, Christy. Inspires.
Hi, good afternoon, Prosperous.
Thank you.
Is that your real name?
No, my name is Toya.
Toya.
Yes.
Nice to meet you. I think this is the first finished live, and I kind of joined, and I'm like, okay, let me support someone else. You manifest what you want for yourself.
Yes. Yes. Thank you for joining. How are you?
I'm fine. So are we just speaking on assumptions, law of assumptions, or are we talking about law of belief? There are like 3 or 4 things here. What's the focus on?
Oh, they're all the same to me. Law of assumption, law of belief is the same thing. They're not something different. Neville Goddard said law of assumption. Dr. Joseph Murphy said law of belief.
Exactly. That was what my life was on. And we were discussing about how fear make people not to be the best version of themselves, because it's what you say you are, that's what you were. And sometimes the environment we create for ourselves, or we allow the kind of energy or aura we allow ourselves to function or operate in, can determine not just the way we see ourselves, because you can say, oh, I believe this is my self belief about myself, or I am assuming, I have this assumption. But if the environment is not aligned, it becomes a negative factor. So the words and the environment and then the thought process is very key, should be aligned together. Those 3 factors put together and then followed by action is just key to manifestation. Many people say, oh, I manifested 1 million in 1 week. Another person says, oh, I manifested a beautiful marriage in 1 month. But if you go back and look at the lives of those people, you find out they did some work. It didn't just fall on their lap. They've been doing some back end work for some time. It's just that the manifestation happened after they have triggered 1 or 2 things. So some of these things, they look like they are miracles, but they can be engineered. It's like putting a toolbox together. You put this, and this, and then the fire is like you just light up a fire, and then it just catches fire, and then things start falling in place. So yeah, there is a law to manifestation, and law means that there are certain things, precepts, principles that come in place, and then you experience that manifestation. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I say the action happens. The action is not something you have to make so. The action happens as a result of who you say you are. So when you say that I am someone that deserves to be in a marriage or in a relationship, there's nothing you have to do to make the person show up. The happening is a result of the being. So when you say I deserve, I am this, right? You will naturally, quote unquote, do, right? So you may find yourself going to a mixer or a networking event, or you might find yourself at a, traveling to a destination, and that's where you meet your person. Did you do anything specifically to make that happen? No, you were just being who you are, and the person had to show up. Now you may decide that, I think the way I can meet my person will be online dating, right? Because you have decided that you are this person, even through the mechanism of using the online dating, the person that's right for you has to show up. You're going to find them through the online dating.
That's very powerful. So you become, once you be, then you're not even doing anymore because you have taken on this identity. So everything you're doing is aligning because you have just become. So you say it and then you just be it, and then it aligns with that lifestyle. There's not much of actions or activity or efforts. It's just that you are being who you say you are because it's genuine and authentic to you.
Absolutely. It has to show up. What did you say, B.O.?
Yes. So an experience that happened to me, where I say this was very prevalent. I wouldn't have said it was manifestation at the time because I was preparing myself to be a husband, and I was doing a lot. I was definitely in the scriptures a lot. But speaking to the power of that is that I was going to church with my dad, and I didn't pick the church. I just went. I didn't even have a car. Never had to drive there. But I ended up meeting my wife. I didn't meet her either. She inboxed me.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been married for 7 years now.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, and I didn't have to do nothing. I've been doing a lot since, but but I didn't really have to do nothing.
And so you say you
I
didn't
prepared myself
Mm-hmm.
to be a husband, and my wife came.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful.